Are we live? Oh my gosh. What happened? Yeah, the other one. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on with that. But yes, please come over here, everybody. I'm gonna write new stream over there on the other one. There we go. Hopefully they find their way. Oops, that's not the link. That's the donation list. All right, let's see. Here we go. Sorry, it feels like Mercury retrograde, and it's not. Go back, go back, go back. And I was even gonna go live like 5 minutes early just because I'm like, I'm here, I might as well. I don't know. Well, that one is weird. I don't know. Let's see if I can copy the link over here. Okay, yeah, I have no idea. I don't even think on the back end of this deal I can stop the other one. Let me just try real quick. Sorry, stand by. We'll get into this. I have some stuff to share and a collective message for all of us. Once I get over here and figure out what's going on. Manage. Oh, now it's not grayed out. Okay, so, well, I guess I can delete the other one so as to maybe not cause so much confusion. How do I do that? Delete forever. Forever. All right, we're live here, so I think we're good, hopefully. Okay, so are we all present and accounted for? I hope everyone is doing well. Make sure I got my up-to-date list here, and then Kirsten donated as well. Thank you so much, Ethan. All right. And yeah, like I had mentioned over on the other stream that would not go live for some reason, I'm really tired tonight. And I wasn't even, I look like I got bruised. I don't know what's going on. I wasn't even tired all day. And I'm like, yeah, I'm excited. Like, I missed you guys. Like, it's been a rough couple of days. We had to put my dog, Judy, to sleep just about 2 weeks shy of her 17th birthday. So, we got such a long, beautiful life with her, and it's hard to say goodbye, but I'm up and down with emotions. I'm just shocked that I'm not crying right now because it's been a whole thing, but oh my gosh. But yes, here she is. Let's see if I can just, let me see. I think it's going to be covered with everybody's donations, but let me get a quick screenshot that I took of my lock screen just so everyone can see. There's my beautiful Judith. I miss her already. Yes, I called her her funniest nickname was Side Boob. Yeah, like side boob, because she was always by my side, and it's actually from Family Guy. Peter Griffin was saying something about you like that? That's Lindsay Lohan's side boob. You like that one? That's so and so's side boob. He goes, you like that one? That's my side boob. So I always would go, hey, that's my side boob when I'd look at Judy, and oh, she's so sweet. I miss her. It was hard, and the kids had a really hard time as well, but it was really amazing because as we're pulling out of the animal hospital parking lot after it was over, I had actually, before that day even happened, the night before, I had planned, I'm going to give her a bath. I'm going to just spend a whole day with her because I knew it was coming. The signs were there, for probably 2 weeks, that I probably need to sit down and really get real with the fact that we need to put her down for her own, suffering reasons. And, I'd have her live forever if it were up to me. And I think she was holding on because she thought, oh, I could be here for them, but it was the right thing for us to do. But I was going to give her a bath and just spend all day with her, take the day off, and just really just immerse myself in her. And I didn't get to do that because we had to actually move pretty quickly in the morning and just get it done. She couldn't stand up. She fell down and hit her face really hard on the floor. And then that just, I'm like, we can't do this to her. We got to get her in and get her to transition. This is not fair to her. But as we're pulling out of the animal hospital parking lot, there was a mourning dove, a little gray bird, taking a bath in a puddle. And it's not really the time of year around Montana. I mean, it snowed yesterday. It's not really the time of year that you see a lot of birds taking baths. So that in and of itself, a bird taking a bath was like her saying, and birds, messengers from spirit, and specifically mourning doves are birds specifically sent by spirit to say that their loved one has transitioned successfully, and she got her bath, and like all the signs were just so beautiful. And then we got home, and in the parking lot or like my driveway, um, I'm walking in with her bed and the blanket that we took her in, and I'm just kind of looking down, all dejected and everything. And I see this little gold star, which I didn't, of course, get a picture of the mourning dove because, I was just like, oh my God, what just happened? Like, is this real life right now? Like, it's so surreal when you do that. But I did take a photo of the little star, which is here. Tiny little confetti star, a gold star. And I took that a couple of ways. I've been getting the symbolism or the word gold a lot on my spirit app here. A lot. The word gold has been sent to me a lot. But when someone gets a gold star, it's like you did a good job, you did a good thing. So I took that as confirmation that we did the right thing. And there were many other like symbolisms around it that I could kind of take it 4 or 5 different ways that really comforted me in the moment. And yeah, so it's been hard, but those emotions let you know that your love was real. It was a whole thing. Oh, thank you, IT guy. Hello, I'm going to say hi to everybody. But yeah, that's where I've been, if anyone was wondering. And then I wanted to talk about a little special offer over on Patreon that I'm doing. That includes anyone that comes over to Patreon. It's been a rough month with me over on Patreon. Between October and November, I lost like a third of my patrons. They canceled, and I don't know if my whole thing is, am I not doing enough? Like I need to do more and all these things. But then Spirit's like, no, it's not you. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I want to really make up my very big Scorpio season month that I've had to my patrons, and I'm actually going to be doing free. I mean, you've already paid to be on Patreon, but I'm going to be doing a live stream of free readings just for my patrons. If you want a tip, great. If not, I do not expect it, but like I'm going to be doing that on Patreon before the month is over. Probably going to be around the 30th, if I'm honest. It's probably going to be at the very end of the month. I don't know, maybe that Sunday before the 30th, whatever day that is, like the 28th, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna do that in addition to also the human design live stream that I think will be actually the 30th, which is a Tuesday, I believe. I already have communication with Victoria, who's going to be our special guest talking all about human design. So if you're interested in that, Patreon is a place to be. So you basically get a free reading, which is a $33.33 value for the price of any Patreon tier, which are $5.55 is the bottom, $11.11, and then $22.22. So yes, that's what we got going on. Yeah, I was confused. Was mine a mourning dove or a pigeon? And then I went and Googled it, and then I looked up pictures, and it was definitely a mourning dove. So I was like, oh, it's beautiful. But yes, so that's what's going on Patreon. Those of my patrons who are here that want to get in on that, you will be seeing that. And then I also have, I'm probably going to live stream it because that's been my thing on Patreon. If I can just live stream it and not have to edit, I can actually get you guys content. But I'm going to be doing a very detailed spiritual journey, pick a card reading over there, and that will probably be something I film possibly Friday. We'll be doing that live Friday, day after Thanksgiving. What else? Or maybe Saturday, or maybe Sunday. Like, I'm just kind of like playing it by the seat of my pants just because emotions and grief are kind of up and down. You know how that is. It's like you can go 2 days, everything's great, and then the third day you just can't leave your bed because you're just sobbing. Like, it's been a thing. It's been a thing. But I felt up to doing the Wednesday live stream tonight all day, and I still feel up to it. It's just I'm really tired, like physically and mentally and emotionally exhausted, just out of nowhere. And I was doing really good all day. But before we get into the what do you call it? Collective reading. See, words are hard. I wanted to do a couple shout outs to some of my girls here in the chat. Wonderful, wonderful Lunar Refresh actually sent me 2 decks, the Weaver Tarot, which I actually used in the weekly reading over on Patreon this week. One day late, obviously, because of the whole debacle with my poor puppy dog. But it's just absolutely glorious and just so gorgeous. And at certain angles, you can get this gold to kind of have a green cast to it as well. And they're like holographic, and it's kind of like a matte gold finish rather than like a shiny gold finish. But I'm obsessed with these. Like you can kind of see the holographicness of them mixed also with the gold gilding and just the beautiful colors, and I love this so much. Thank you so much, Lunar. And then she also sent me, and this one has intrigued me for a long time, and I just never got it. But I love this. It's called the Vice Versa Tarot. So one side of the card is your traditional Rider-Waite depiction or something very near that. But then the back of the card is like what's going on behind them, right? To face what they're actually seeing in front of them. Isn't that neat? So it really gives it a whole new meaning. And, like the Strength card, for example, strength is technically all about inner strength. But when you see it from this vantage point, this is someone that's really facing those inner demons, because this is an inner environment card rather than an external card, although it can kind of sort of bleed into the external. Yes, this is so amazing. So we're going to be using this, and I think this is going to be so stunning for like past life readings and just all sorts of things. I mean, that's the back of the 5 of Cups. Or maybe no, this is the front of the five of Cups, and that's the back. That's what he's looking out into. But that's such a message of hope, a ship coming in. I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait. I haven't done any readings for myself or otherwise with this yet, so you guys will be my guinea pigs tonight. And then, dear Jessie, sent me this. Ooh, ringing in the left ear. Yes, love it. She sent me this, and I never even heard of this deck in my life. The 72 Angels cards. And this is Dreams, Signs, and Meditation, the traditional study of angels by, this one is by Threads of Fate. They have a whole bunch of different decks with these beautiful finishes on them. Yes, and then this Vice Versa Tarot is by, Massimiliano Filodoro, and I believe he's Italian. And then the artwork is by David Corsi, however you pronounce it. And then this one is by Kaya Christine Mueller and Universal City Michael. I don't know what that means. But these are cool. And I actually have an angel reading already dealt out from the other day that I'm gonna actually pull one of these for each pile and include it. They're over there charging on their like mystical station. Sometimes I will do that. Like once in a great while, I'm like, I want to charge this reading and really bring some powerful forces into play. And other times I just deal on camera and wing it as we go. But I thought today for the collective, we would pull maybe 2 or 3 tarot and then one of these angel cards, which these angel cards that Jessie sent. Thanks again, Jessie and Lunar, for the cards. I really appreciate this. So on one side you have the angel's name and then a number, and then all of the beautiful attributes of that. And then on the back you have the human distortion, or kind of more the shadow side of each card. So we're going to be pulling one of these for us. We'll read both the front and back, the good things and the bad things, or the positive and the negative, the dark and the light, whatever. But I think we'll start with collective energies, because how did you all survive the eclipse? It was interesting because I realized that when Judy, my dog, went into the animal hospital, it was actually on the solar eclipse, June 10th. That's the day. Later that day, she went into the hospital for 3 days, two and a half days, the animal hospital. And then 6 months later, as the new eclipse cycle kicks off, she's finishing what she started on that first eclipse, or the first part of that solar eclipse, I should say. So she kind of finished what she started. She was, I think, trying to go then, and we just brought her back to life. I'm not sure. The eclipse was the 19th, so it was on Friday. But a lot of times with eclipses, the eclipse day itself seems fine. And then maybe a few days before or a few days after, up to a few weeks after, because again, we have the solar eclipse coming up on December 4th. Between those 2 weeks, usually there's a lot of upheaval and shakeups in life as well. But leading up to them, I mean, is there not always shakeups going on? But yeah, lots going on in the collective as well. But I'm gonna put this down. But yeah, I know at least in my life, I've seen a lot of major stuff with Judy having to cross over and just dealing with a lot of emotions. And I know, isn't that so interesting? Yeah, Jesse sent Wrigley a birthday present, but then Boston, she included him as well, and then I guess she included me as well. It's so sweet. Oh, you cried for hours on Monday. Ascension symptoms eclipse. I bet so. Yeah. Thank you so much, IT guy. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was very difficult. That beautiful dog lasted 2 weeks shy of 17 years old. So she really hung in there. She was born in 2004, and I got her in July 19th of 2005. That's the day we went and picked her up. Yes. All right. So for our collective message, we have the Eight of Wands, and it dealt toward you guys with like lightning and like, wow, that looks like some chaos coming in. But toward me, it dealt. And I think the way I will read these is when I see the face of it. So that's, to me, is like, this is the face of it. So to me, this feels like something good is happening very soon for all of us. Yay, we need it. We definitely need it. Okay, this one. And then this one came at me from the front as well. This is the King of Cups. So yay. But look, it's like a nighttime scene. So this is like maybe coming up here. There's oh, you're going through a rough. Yeah, I think we all have got some stuff just going on. But this is all about us really feeling those emotions specifically at night. I don't know what it is. Maybe it has to do with the eclipse. Maybe it's just time of year. Maybe it's unrelated completely. I'm not sure. But us really being all up in our feels at night, or maybe struggling to go to sleep, or maybe even in our dream state where we are, what's the word I'm looking for? Just transmuting pain, really working through emotions, because it's actually a good sign when you have a nightmare because you're working that out in the astral realm rather than having to experience those kind of things in real life. So it's actually kind of a blessing to have nightmares, which sounds really counterintuitive, but yeah. Every so often I would shuffle that deck and I'd flip half the deck. That's what I did like 4 or 5 times before the live stream. I was just messing with it. I'm like, yeah, let's get it going. um but yes, with this, we're really feeling into our emotions at night and even trying to balance our emotions at night. But I think with this Eight of Wands, this might come with a few nights of insomnia or waking up at random times throughout the night and maybe having a difficult time going back to sleep because we're all up in our feels and in our head a little bit. Such a random and ugly dream last night. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, let's get one more. Tons of nightmares lately, which isn't normal at all. Yeah, you're transmuting a lot of that. Okay, we got the Six of Pentacles and we got it upright or forward facing here as well. So this person, this almost looks like spirit looking down on all of us and wanting to give us something beneficial for our lives, because this is like a benefactor card, someone that wants to help us out. I'm gonna get a drink of water. So even though things may be difficult for a lot of us, or just maybe for some of us a little too quick moving that we're like, whoa, I need time to catch my breath. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Spirit's got our back. Spirit's going to throw us a bone, I think, very soon, that we're going to be all right. And I just heard from our guides, all of our guides, like, they're like, it's a collective message, that they're so proud of us for like hanging in there and really feeling in our feels and transmuting things that just aren't serving us anymore and walking away from things that are no longer serving us, because that takes guts. That takes a lot of just Spirit's like, say it, Amanda. It takes balls. Okay, I said it. It takes balls to face those darker parts of ourselves and just the darker realities of maybe this isn't working out anymore, and maybe I want this, maybe I want better. Yeah, and vivid, very vivid as well. Yeah, look up even like the colors you see in your dreams. Like if you see a lot of yellow in your dreams, look it up. Orange, red, whatever colors dominant. or if someone hands you like a red rose or something, look up the color, not just, oh, what does a rose in a dream mean, but like specifically, what is a red rose or the color red? Really break these down. You could spend upwards of a half hour to an hour every morning before you even get out of bed if you really felt called to really break down what your subconscious and what spirit and your higher self are all trying to tell you. It's interesting. Yeah, cray cray, but beautiful kind of transformational day. Yes. Okay. So here is our help from spirit. We've got the number 32. There's Pop's number. Yes. What this says, this Vasaraya, I think if I'm saying that right. So this talks all about clemency, capacity to forgive, great wisdom that helps us reflect, plan, and find solutions to solve problems and solve problems. Michelle Lynn has just donated, but there may have been someone else before that. Nope, she's right after Kirsten. So that works for me. Awesome. Okay, planner, thinker, and strategist. So writing things down, planning. Goodness, benevolence, yes. And magnanimity. That is a really tough word to pronounce. Modesty, kindness. Understands the meaning of ordeals. So all the stuff that we're going through, we see like that silver lining or the reason behind these things rather than just feeling like we're victims of the universe. Like we feel like, okay, I needed to experience this because, or this had to happen so that this could happen. You know, we're seeing silver linings here, which is good. Let's see. Helps free us from feelings of guilt. Nobility, uprightness, elevated sense of justice. We've got natural pardon, judge, magistrate, and lawyer. Gifted speaker, profound listening that enables compassion and empathy, grants access to cosmic memory, knowledge of good and evil. That's very much like what a lot of us are experiencing in our dreams. Maybe we are gaining access to the Akashic records even. That's interesting. And then generous mentality, which again, Six of Pentacles. Yes. So I love that that lines up with what we got here. And also, those words could really talk about this beautiful King of Cups, someone who is very fair, very balanced in their emotional state specifically. They are very modest, they're very kind, they're very understanding. Yeah, interesting. So this is where things get ugly. The human distortions. Let's just see, because some of this can really come through as well. So lack of clemency or difficulty forgiving. This could be people in our lives, forgiving even ourselves for mistakes we've made. Lack of wisdom and goodness, difficulty or incapacity to plan, think, or find solutions and solve problems. Kind of that woe is me, throw your hands up, I just give up, I'm a victim. We're not going into that though, because we got this. This has got our back. This is what's looking over us to help us through this. We're not going to fall victim to our human distortions. We've also got revenge, unfair, dishonorable, resentful, bears a grudge, guilt, accusation, condemnation, flees when faced with responsibilities, difficulty discerning good and evil, resists evolving, which I think many of us have not been doing that. We've been actually facing our shadow and wanting to heal. So I don't know that that really resonates for a lot of us right now. Nourishes harmful intention toward others. And again, I don't think we're doing that either. Puritanical, moralistic, harmful influence, illness that can worsen, focus on bad memories. Yeah, when those memories come up, sometimes we can latch onto them and let them linger for days and days and days rather than feeling them and releasing. Let's see. Focus on bad memories, yes. And then presumptuous, impolite, and ill-mannered. And then we've also got proud or materialistic. So I think this is kind of what we're being asked to face these next few weeks or so. Because this energy, they're saying now about 3 weeks. This is going to kind of ripple into the next 3 weeks or so. So yeah, and the number 32, you may be seeing the number 32 a lot over the next few weeks, but I don't know. If you guys want to take a screenshot of this, feel free, and I'll flip it over and get the other side as well. And just over the next 3 weeks, maybe this is kind of a theme that you're working through, because with that benefactor or that Six of Pentacles, then the Eight of Wands, we're working through this very quickly. To me, 3 weeks is a very quick time frame. For others, it may not be, but to me, it seems like a very quick amount of time. And then the King of Cups is the other one. So for our collective, that's what we got. So maybe even if you want to screenshot these cards to really journal this, write this down, really feel into it. Maybe you can get some additional little intuitive hits within your own life about this collective reading. Just see what comes up. All right. So I think with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. So Jesse, you are going to be our first one today. If you'd like to go later, which I know sometimes you want to, we can pass the torch. I think Lynn was our next donation after that. And then someone had just donated, Michelle Lynn. Okay. All right, so that is our list. Thank you so much, Ethan. And again, I may be closing this about 10 names. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we've got 8 names on the board. So we could probably take maybe 2 more donations, and then we'll close it just so I'm not live for like 3 hours, 4 hours tonight, just because I am a little more tired. And yeah, I have almost 1K subscribers, and I'm excited about that because then I'll have the community tab, which I don't know if they open that at 1,000 or if you need 1,000 plus 4,000 watch hours, because you need 4,000 watch hours, which I'm nowhere near at this point. Nowhere near. I don't even think I have 1,000 watch hours. So it's going to be a long road if I also need the 4,000 for the community tab. But yeah, either way, we'll figure it out. I just like the community tab so I can let you guys know, hey, I won't be live today, or hey, maybe there's a surprise live coming in hot today. I don't know. But I just like to be able to communicate with you on specifically things about this channel on this channel rather than having to go to my main channel and try to get you guys the news. I don't know. But yeah, my main channel, we've got over 21,000 over there, but I've kind of quit counting, so I don't even know like the specific 21 point whatever. I have no idea. I don't care anymore. It's interesting. The only reason I care over here about numbers is so I can get my community tab going. That's it. And if we just hit 1,000 subscribers over here and that's it, guess what? I'm excited about it. That's great. That means that's all we needed here, and I'm happy for it. I do wish we'd have bigger numbers though on Patreon, because I have such plans to really develop Patreon, but I mean, financially speaking, I just can't do it with what we got going on. Not that I don't enjoy the close-knit community, because I really do, but I just want to expand it just a little bit so that I can offer more than what I'm offering now over there. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Let's have Lynn. Lynn is next up on the list after Jesse. So Jesse, do you want to be at the very end of the list, or where on the list do you want us to place you? Because we could place you between anybody since you're at the top and you just don't want to go first. Just let me or Ethan know where you would like to go in the lineup, and we'll put you right on in there. Hello, Lynn. Go ahead and post your question and we'll get right into it. All right. And I think we'll just continue to use the vice versa tarot, which, yep. Oh, after Lori. Sounds good. So we'll put you. So yeah, we'll just do this. We'll just flip half of them. Riffle, shuffle. Bridge. I riffle and bridge one way, then the other, so that my cards don't just bow one direction, because I don't like that. I like them to lay flat on the table. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much for the updated list. Okay, so Lynn is getting her question. Yeah, join Patreon. I have so much planned. We really dive in. We have so much fun over there. But I did lose about 1/3 of my patrons for reasons unknown. And yeah, it's interesting because I'm wanting to provide all this content, but like the time investment, I'm not saying you guys aren't worth it, but like it doesn't balance with the income from Patreon. You know what I mean? And I have dreams, and I know at some point Patreon will reach a point where energetically and financially speaking, I can provide even more over there. But a lot of people do use Patreon as kind of more just, oh, donate to my channel. You may get something, you may not, but I'm like looking to provide quality content over there, like hours of monthly quality content. But I just can't do it quite yet, financially speaking, energetically speaking. Patreon is an interesting thing. For the lowest tier, the 555, you get the weekly reading, you get ad-free and early access to all of my main channel content over there, usually 3 to 4 days before it posts to my main channel. Let's see, the next step up, you have all of that, plus you get to vote on what you would like to see on Patreon. And also, oh, do I not have it in the channel description? Interesting, maybe I don't. Let me find my link to Patreon over here. But then you also get a spiritual live stream that every month, which would include a guest. This last month, what did we do last month? Who was our guest? Oh, it was Monica. We were talking about the energetics of Scorpio season, transformation and healing, and it was so deep. We had everybody come on that wanted to be there to be able to talk and talk about what they have. There is the link to the Patreon. Yeah, I for some reason thought it was in my description, but maybe it's not. But then the 2222, you get all of what we talked about, plus, oh, and also the 1111 gets also a exclusive monthly pick a card that the bottom tier doesn't as well. And then for 2222, you also add we do either a conspiracy theory, like a I don't know, like current event topic live stream where we really do a reading and like energy and just really dive into it. Yeah, for the very first one, well, it was not the first one. It was the second one. We did Kurt Cobain conspiracy. But we did his life, his death, and his afterlife, and he delivered. He gained new fans that night. Let's just put it that way. And that is actually available when you do link up to Patreon. You are at the 2222. You do have access to that, even though you missed the actual live stream. It's in the archive for you to watch it. And then this month we dove into the agenda with the old thing going around. The thing you need supposed to get to be able to do a whole bunch of things. I can't say it over here. I even had to upload our Zoom meeting over on BitChute. Oh no, we have room for 2 more donations. Hey, if you want to donate, that sounds good. But yeah, we've got lots of access, lots of content over there. So did we see from, I'm probably just sitting here talking. Oh, Lynn wants to know where is her knight in shining armor. So we're going to get into her reading. So we aren't waiting too long. Let's get into Lynn's reading. Where is Lynn's knight in shining armor? What's going on with Lynn's future love here? Ooh, we got a lot going on. Okay, so with the Hermit, you're learning a lot about yourself right now. And I think that your knight in shining armor, your future love, this person also is working on themselves. I see this person may have either recently been through a breakup or they're still healing wounds from past relationships, past loves, maybe have had or are going through a spiritual awakening. And maybe you are kind of mirroring this energy as well, where you're really diving into learning about who you are, because I really do see you guys as mirrors of each other. And of course, with this energy here with the 8 of Cups, you both had to walk away from something that you put a lot of time and love and effort into, but it just would never give you that emotional fulfillment that you deserved. So both of you have walked away either recently or maybe one of you not so recently from something. But this is a very sun and moon energy, which is, I don't think I've ever seen the sun also depicted with the 8 of Cups energy. But every time I see the 8 of Cups, I'm always drawn to this missing cup, which the 9 of Cups, if you were to add that missing cup, would be like wish fulfillment. So it's like you almost hit that wish fulfillment at one point in your life. Maybe you thought, Lynn, that a past love was the one, was your knight in shining armor, and then they bitterly disappointed you. But you're holding out for that 9th cup. You're going to find him. You will find that knight in shining armor, and that knight in shining armor will find you. You did not settle for less, and it shows. It's good because there is someone better out there, better suited for you. Not to say the person you left wasn't a good person. They just weren't good for you. You weren't good for them. Like, it just wasn't a good fit long term. Maybe it worked while it did, but then it didn't anymore. But you are holding out for that. You get, again, like that knight in shining armor. There may have even been some deception, and we got one from Pika Lee as well. She's posting her question over there in case she falls asleep. So I think our donation list, I believe that it's closed now that we got 10. So I will have to update that. 1 second, but I'm going to finish this reading for Lynn and then I will. So yeah, with the Seven of Swords, this is like, you could see this because it's the reverse version of it or the behind it, right? So it's like, even though this person was deceiving you, they thought they were getting away with it, but you could see what they were doing. And of course, there was some sort of death or transformation to this relationship, or something they did, or a way that this person changed for you really showed their true colors, and you just weren't about it anymore. Could have been lying, cheating, deceit in some way, or maybe they just lied to themselves or lied to you about the fact that they loved you as much as you thought they did, but then it turns out that they didn't. Something along those lines. But with this beautiful, Ten of Cups energy, we got it turned this way. So it's really, you're watching this person come in. Spirit to me is looking like, this almost reminds me of like a fountain or like an Ace of Cups. So that love is on the horizon. It's coming in, but you've got that fulfillment that's waiting for you when this person comes in. And I don't like to do timelines on when this person will come in, because any decision you make or don't make moving from now forward, or any decision that your knight in shining armor makes or doesn't make moving forward, can change kind of the timeline or trajectory of events. And it may happen sooner, may happen later. We never know. So I will just pull a card. The earth energy is the slowest. The swords are the fastest. Wands are second fastest. And then the cups are second slowest, if that makes sense. So we'll just pull a card when this knight in shining armor is coming in for Lynn. But I really do feel that this person is going to be that wish fulfillment for you, because you got the Nine of Cups, because remember, you were moving away from the Eight of Cups to go to the Nine of Cups, and then advanced it even further to Ten of Cups. So this person is like soulmate energy. This is a right fit for you, this next person, for sure. It's going to be so much better. But just working on healing your own wounds and scars from past relationships in the meantime can only help and benefit you. Yeah, and we've got Pentacles, so it might be a little longer than you're hoping, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but really this is going to give you time to really know who you are. And when you know who you are, beautiful Lynn, you're going to then know that you're not settling for anything less ever again. You're never going to have to settle again, because you know what you're worth. You know what you deserve. Oh, and interesting too, we got the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and that wish fulfillment would fit right here. That Ninth Cup, that Ace of Cups, you just plop it down right there. I love that. I love that this comes together. But yeah, you're doing a lot of soul searching. You're really working on your spiritual journey, your self-love, your self-care. This is beautiful. And as a result of this hard work you're putting into yourself, it's going to be like less hard work you're going to have to put into a relationship, because you know what you need. And of course, because you're mirrors of each other, you and this future knight in shining armor coming in, this person's also working on themselves, clearing their wounds, healing their traumas as well. So I don't know. It's interesting because on the back, I'm really drawn to these two dogs. So I don't know if you have a pet. If you don't, maybe getting a pet could really help pass the time and really help connect you to that earthly energy. This Two of Pentacles is calling you to really get connected, get grounded, really balance yourself, find your best friend within yourself, because then you'll be able to see it reflected in someone outside of you. But if you already have a pet, that's great as well. It doesn't have to be a dog, but I just was thinking pet vibes from those dogs there. So I hope that resonated, Lynn, but they're on the way. So work on you. It's only going to benefit the whole relationship when it comes in. And this person, I think, is really working on themselves as well. So really, it's just a win for everybody. Yay! Oh, you were looking at a dog. Okay, there's your sign. I got chills. I think there's a soul pet waiting for you as well. The fact that, I just lost one of my soul pets. I lost my beautiful, beautiful Judith. I mean, she's not lost. I mean, she's definitely where she needs to be right now. But I feel that loss of her beautiful vibration in my home, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think that's your green light to go get yourself a puppy dog. I love that. And that dog will pick you. You won't pick that dog. That dog will pick you, just like my Judith picked me. That was her name, Judy. That's the name they gave her at the shelter. And I wanted to change it to Lucy, but when I met her, I'm like, no, you're a Judy. You're totally a Judy, and I love you. But I just want to show you guys, since we're talking about dogs real quick. Um, I'll show you the picture because what happened, my brother's dog actually went missing in January of 2005. Um, and we searched all of the local pet sites within like a 500-mile radius. Every day I was on those pet sites looking and looking for Lily, and came up that we never found Lily. But in the meantime, I found, where is the picture? Did I save it? I hope I saved it somewhere where I can easily access it now that I'm talking about it. Well, I know I posted it on Patreon, so I'm going to go over to Patreon and get it that way rather than look through my long camera roll here. I know I posted it on Patreon. Here we go. So this is the picture that was on the website. I'm just looking for Lily, my brother's Black Lab Rottweiler mix, and I think she was a Mastiff wait, Rottweiler Bull Mastiff mix. That was what she was, but she looked like kind of a black Rottweiler, pretty much. But Lily or Judy, this was the picture on the website that I saw. And I wasn't in the market for a dog. I was looking for my brother's lost dog, which was like a family dog. So she was like my dog too, in a way. But I saw this dog and I'm like, that's my dog. I have to drive 200 miles to go pick up this dog now. Like, okay, we're doing it. And we did. And it was the best decision ever. 17 years later, there's us right before we said goodbye. Well, not all of us, but my two boys with Judy. She had lost so much weight. You can see there. I mean, her face was all gray. She was a very happy, sweet Judy. But yeah, there's her. That's us driving to the animal hospital. But yeah, get yourself a soul pet. Like, you will never, ever regret it. Oh, you can only wait for them to come back into your life when they do pass. But yes, do it. That's your green light. I love it, Lynn. Thanks again for your donation. It was such a pleasure to read for you. You're so welcome. Absolutely. All right, so up next, I'm sure Ethan has already posted my list and I'm just sitting here gabbing. Just Sandy. All right, welcome, Sandy. Go ahead and post your question, my dear. I know sometimes you say general, sometimes you do have a question. So whatever you have, we will roll with it. All right. Yeah, I think that's the list. Just Sandy, Susie, Lori, then Jesse, Steffers, Kirsten, Michelle, Hey, Pika Lee. I think that's what we got here. Yep. It looks like it. Yep. What the heck is going on? Wouldn't we all like to know that exact question, Sandy? I'm glad you asked. Okay. What's going on for Sandy? What the heck is going on? It's getting a little hot in here. So I'm gonna have to take my sweatshirt off, but let's see. What the heck is going on, Sandy? Please, Spirit. Ooh, so we've got the Four of Wands. So there are good things coming in. So whatever is going on is leading you to a merry path. It's much better. To me, this really does read. I mean, this is traditionally like a wedding card, happy life, happy family, weddings, all of that. But to me, I really do read this as like divine feminine, divine masculine. This could be a twin flame card, very you and Ryan energy, working together. I don't know, there's improvements or things you're doing around the house that are bringing you closer to a goal. But then we have the Knight of Swords, and what is this one? Oh, Justice. So we've got the back end of Justice. So right now, look at those scales are on the floor. They're not balanced. I mean, technically they might be balanced because they're on the floor, but like no one's holding them up and balancing them. So it's like justice has gone out the window on something. Maybe feeling like things in your life are very up and down. Like one day you're like, okay, I think things are good. And then the next day you're like, well, this all went to crap. It's very up and down, up and down, up and down energy when we've got the back of the Justice here. But the fact that it is, the Justice part is facing me. So it's like it's on the horizon, it's coming in. But you have been dealing with very quick things, but maybe not quick in the way that you want things to happen. Meaning, oh, it would be nice if this would happen, but like some other like out of the blue thing happens that like needs your attention right now, that kind of thing. And it's almost like a storm rolling in kind of energy. And I normally don't get that vibe from the Knight of Swords, but I'm really picking that up in this depiction here, that like storms are brewing. you're just called into action, like, almost in the middle of the night to, like, deal with this, deal with that, and I don't know. Have there been things going on around the home in the middle of the night where you're forced to get up and deal with things? I don't know if it has to do with the dogs or, emails coming in or just insomnia. There's something going on at home, Sandy, that maybe even things around the home feel unfair, and I don't think it has anything to do with you and Ryan. Nothing to do with you guys, but something's unfair about the home situation or things not going the right way with the home stuff. I'm not sure. Let's read more into this. Um, yeah. So she says yes. Oh, your soul pet passed 2 weeks ago, and 16 and a half years with him was so good. Yes, that's so beautiful, Steffers. I'm so sorry. I feel your pain. Yes, we had almost 17 years with well, her life was almost 2 weeks shy of 17 years old, and we had her for 16 and a half of that 17. So I feel like we really got a good end of that deal. But yeah, that's a long time for a dog to last, for sure. Like that lets you know you did a good job, that dog wanted to stay here that long. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm taking this off. Yeah, I don't. Oh, you're not sleeping. Yeah, I don't know. Has like the heat, because I got real hot when I started your reading, Sandy, and I'm like, oh, I'll take it off in a second. And now I'm just like, yeah, I gotta take this off. So I don't know if the heat has been getting to you. Oh, you lost your boy 2 weeks ago. Is that one of your puppy dogs? Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry, Sandy. We're all feeling it, man. What is this? I noticed this too, you guys. Like, so many people on my friends list around the eclipse, they're like, my dog died, my dog died, my cat died, my dog died, my dog died. I'm like, oh my gosh, my dog's gonna die. I just knew it. I just knew it this time. I thought it last time, and then when she ended up in the hospital, I mean, TMI, but she like puked up like 3 heaping paper plates full of just pure blood clots. There was no vomit in them, just pure blood clots, and they didn't even know what it was. Oh, you came home and he was. I'm so sorry, Sandy. Oh my gosh. And your mom's dog passed as well. Yeah. And it's interesting when there's like a mass exodus of animals or souls in any capacity. Because listen, dogs and cats, pets, things that we really resonate with as humans, they are higher dimensional souls. Believe it or not, their souls are very pure and very high vibrational. But when things are really going to shift on the planet, a lot of them leave because the energies are just too chaotic, or it's too much, or they need a new body to come in and really like help stabilize the energy, because especially those older pets, their older bodies just aren't going to cut it anymore. So yeah, I'm feeling with you, Sandy. Yours left because the energies were just. What day was that, if you don't mind my asking, Sandy? If you remember the date or the day of the week that it was 2 weeks ago. So that it was kind of in that eclipse energy, getting to be anyway. Maybe the new moon right before the eclipse. But I noticed like around the new moon before the eclipse, people on my Facebook were like, my dog died, my dog died, my cat died, my dog died, my cat died, my gerbil died, my whatever died. Tuesday, okay. Yeah, so that was a few days before the eclipse. Yeah, and then my Judy, she died. Well, we that part of me in the back of my head's like, she was probably going to die later that night, Sunday, which was the 21st, sorry. But yeah, we just had to help her go because she was going to really struggle. Oh, he was 8. Man, I'm so sorry, Sandy. But let's feel into that energy of the dog, because what the heck is happening? What the heck is going on? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. And this doesn't look like a very good 7 of Pentacles, because normally there's leaves and things are kind of blooming if you look at the traditional Rider-Waite depiction. But this looks like barren. Like there's no leaves to really photosynthesize and grow that fruit, grow that crop. And he does not look very happy. He's like, what happened? Like he's literally like, well, my crop is done. Like that's maybe what, I mean, when you felt like, of course, you have these pets and you think, okay, they're gonna live forever, but then just totally out of the blue, it's like, wow, he's very dejected because his crops, if there's no leaves and everything around it is barren, I mean, there's even like frost on the ground. So it's almost like, I don't know, like a flash freeze or something happened and his whole crop was lost. And that's really kind of the energy you've been in, especially since the loss of your beloved doggy. But let's see. Oh, interesting. I'm drawn here. This is very much death energy here with that skull. But the nice thing about the death card in tarot is, from that body that we bury, as a metaphor, metaphorically speaking, when we bury that body, that then becomes the fertilizer for, a beautiful rose bush to grow or something new. Kind of as a metaphor, when one thing in our life dies, it actually makes room or kind of creates that fertilizer for something new. Even if we didn't want to lose that thing that has passed away or left or gone, it does create some sort of like fertilizer or fertile soil for us to plant something new in our lives. And that's really the vibe I'm getting, that through this loss of this beloved pet, it actually planted a seed of something that is going to be used with, the loss that you have had. Something new and beautiful will grow from it, because this barren stuff will be kind of, recycled or put away, so you don't have to worry about that. Something new will come in, but let's just see, what is this something new coming in for Sandy? Okay. Ooh, we've got the Judgment. We've got awakening vibes. So this is, feeling maybe kind of called out or caught off guard a little bit because they're naked. They're just like, whoa, what's up? But on the back of the deck, it's like, it's Judgment Day. There's reckoning to be had, like, but in a good way. Like, this is awakening maybe to a more spiritual side of yourself, really feeling this dog's energy around you. Things, that kind of chaos up and down, things are good, things are bad, things are good, things are bad, that are going on around the home, I think is going to balance out very soon with this, especially if you lean into your emotions, if you lean in, got to feel them to heal them to deal with them, rather than just pushing them away. Like, I don't have time to be sad right now. Allow yourself, take some days off, allow yourself to just, I don't know, ruminate in those and just marinate in those disgusting feelings that we all feel when we feel grief. It's not a fun thing to feel, but when we feel it and allow that pain to come up and then release, it's much better for us in the long run than if we try to push it down or push it away or pretend it doesn't exist. So really facing that and really leaning more into your spiritual side will really help you through this transition of whatever the heck is going on for Sandy. Let's get one more, please, Spirit. And then the Ace of Cups. Yep, there's that new beginning. That is the new beginning coming in from that death or transition. And this is new love. This could be romantic love. This could be the love of a new dog. This could be just a new lease on life, a new love of life, a new beginning, and just happiness. Oh, it was. That's funny, because on Lynn's reading, I was saying that looked like very much like an Ace of Cups. And it is. It's the Ace of Cups in this. Again, I'm still very new to this deck. It's brand new. Thanks again, Lunar. I love it. But yeah, look how beautiful and serene. And I'm really called to these lily pads here and frogs. There's no frogs technically on this, but looking at the frog animal spirit might give you some additional guidance in your reading tonight. Maybe a little homework for you to do, Sandy. Just look up frog spirit animal or frog animal spirit meaning, something like that. Google that and see what comes up for you. You might get some additional guidance, but there is a new beginning on the way. This is emotional fulfillment coming in hot, but again, you got to feel it to heal it and really lean into that more spiritual side, and things will shift for you. So this kind of what the heck is going on, it's I'm not saying it'll, nothing bad will ever happen again, but like, you're coming up on a period, they're showing me between December 16th, 17th, 15th, somewhere in there, between then and February, things are just going to be steadily increasingly good for you. Like, it's not all going to shift and flop overnight, but like, there's a steady increase to something better. Maybe something you're even planning, or a launch of something that you're planning between now and then or during that time. Maybe this is an idea yet to be realized by you. Spirit's not being very clear about it because I don't think it's important. It's just you knowing that something good is on the horizon, and really looking up is what you can cling to. Okay, Sandy, I'm sorry you're going through it. Oh, man. It's been a whole thing, that is for sure. The collective, and, especially even like the people I know, all my spiritual friends are really going through it right now. And I know other people that life is just la-di-da for them, but like, they're not facing their their wounds and they're not feeling it to heal it, to deal with it. They're just same old, same old. All right. Oh yeah, we can add Ethan. Sure. All right. Well, we got all these cards flopping. I gotta turn this fan on. Woo! It is quite warm in here all of a sudden. Okay. All right. So up next we've got Susie. Oh, you saw a single rock dove on November 11th, 11/11. That's so cool. All right. So Susie, I think you had posted your question on PayPal. So Susie, if you're here, let us know. I will go read that on PayPal unless you've changed the question. Sometimes people change their question. But I'm going to check PayPal email for Susie. Okay, asking higher self or Michael for some fun fact about me, like do I have other incarnates now or something? Ooh, I like that. Let's see what's going on for Susie. Anything going on for Susie? Any other incarnates or something fun facts about Susie right now, please, Spirit. Anything she needs to know right now? All right. Well, we have here, this is the Temperance card, but we're looking at this. This was what was facing me. So it's like you actually may have an incarnation currently also as, I'm really picking specifically this lion, some sort of regal or majestic animal like the lion. Could even, oh, they're telling me it's a tiger. Whoa. Hopefully you're not one of what's his name, Joe, someone, the Tiger King guy. Hopefully you're not one of his tigers. No, I'm seeing you run like you are in Africa right now. That sounds so random. But also you are getting a lot of guidance from your guides. And I don't know if they're showing like tiger. I know this is a lion, but they're really telling me tiger. Tiger is one of your power animals right now. And that might be why part of your consciousness is incarnated currently in a tiger, just so you can feel that power and that majesty. And even looking up like a tiger spirit animal just to see what it represents, because you would be pretty shocked to find out that it actually really resonates with what's going on in your life right now. I can't specifically say what a tiger represents. I don't know that I've ever looked that up, but you can look that up. I'm just giving everyone spirit animals to look up tonight, aren't I? For Sandy, it was the frog. For you, it's the tiger. Interesting. Yeah. So you also have, they're actually showing me, this is an incarnation you had, they're showing me 1972. You were a man in that life, but you were actually killed by your girlfriend. It was like a bar brawl gone wrong, like a bar brawl. And then you guys got home and she like ended up taking your life because you were leaving her. But you were learning lessons from that life on learning to open your heart and love, but not loving the wrong person, loving the right person. And it's interesting too. We've got like a crumpled up or kind of torn up red rose here. So it's like you loved this woman as that incarnation. So this is kind of like a parallel life, but of course that life ended in 72, but you were born before 72. So for part of your life, that was like a parallel incarnation. But of course, that part of your consciousness has gone back up. But there were a lot of lessons that you learned through that life, learning to deal with heartbreak and literally being, killed by someone you love so dearly that couldn't love you back the way that you need and desire and should be loved. And that might even be a theme that you've kind of touched on in this life, but it doesn't ever have to go to the extreme it went in this man's life. You died at the age of 32, and it was in 1972. So interesting. So you'd have been born what, in the 7 minus 3 40s, like 1940, I think would have been your birthday, as this man who died at age 32 after kind of the bar fight and then going home and fighting. Still, both of you were like drunk and it was a whole thing. But that incarnation ended in 72. Yeah, and then Michael, to me, this is, even though it's King of Swords is more Michael's energy, I'm really seeing this as Michael coming in because of the blue kind of tint to his skin. I always associate, blue with Michael, but he's showing up in your life to let you know that you do have more abundance than you give yourself credit for, or you have the ability to create more abundance in your life than you give yourself credit for. There may be some sort of thing that you make. I'm seeing you like work. You like keep pushing your glasses up your nose because you're like looking down, creating something. And I don't know if literally this is like even light language, like talking with your hands as well. And then blue also represents that throat chakra. So Michael, I think, is letting you know that he's doing some things to help with your heart, your heart, maybe your heart as well, but your throat chakra specifically. I think there's maybe a link between the throat and the heart, that there's another chakra point between those called the higher heart chakra. If you haven't heard of that, Susie, you can look that up and just see what that's all about. But it's kind of that bridge between the heart and the throat chakra. And it's higher heart chakra coming online for a lot of Blu-ray souls, a lot of higher vibrational souls, a lot of old souls coming online to really help us speak our truth with unwavering faith coming up in these times that we're currently living in. But then you also have the Six of Cups, so this is nostalgia. So there may have been a couple of lives that you've had even more recently, like this guy, where you're kind of running similar themes, and you've kind of doubled up with some parallel lives to really try to get these themes worked out. I don't know. I don't think it's because of karma, but I think it's because your soul genuinely wants to know all it can about how people can love and hurt each other so deeply when they claim to love each other, yet they hurt each other so deeply. Like, this is a theme that your soul is, I won't say obsessed with, but it's something your soul has really focused on for many incarnations, because you really want to understand all the ins and the outs of how someone can say, I love you, and then literally stab them in the back, or, hurt them or leave them, or whatever the case may be. So Michael's helping you with that. And also the throat chakra deal that you've got going on. Michael's really wanting to help you, and especially at night, because again, this is like a night deal going on here. And Six of Cups, maybe even at night, you're really thinking about things from your childhood, but this does come up to really help you heal that throat chakra so that you can overcome a lot of your childhood wounds. All right, what else is going on? Any other fun facts about Susie, or anything Michael wants her to know? Yeah, there are miracles playing out in your life. I think you kind of saw one today with Jen. Yes. So exciting. Such great news. I am so happy about that. Yes, if you want to tell everyone in the chat what that was about, feel free. I'm not gonna tell everybody, just in case you don't want them to know. But yeah, miracles are at play, and you, Susie, healing yourself has taught Jen that she can heal herself, even if she doesn't quite know it yet. In the subconscious mind, you healing is sending that energetic ripple to her that it's okay for her to heal, and it's okay for these people to heal those people, and it's just a ripple effect that we all send out. So you really did experience a miracle in your life today, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I think that was one miracle coming in hot. There's another one coming very soon, because these two kind of go together. Or maybe another miracle's been dished out to you. You just haven't realized it yet, but it's coming very, very soon. Michael wants you to know. So the more you work on that light language, the more you work to heal your throat, really resonate also with that higher heart, and work on your heart chakra as well. You're bringing more miracles into your life. It's beautiful. Thanks again, Susie, for your donation. I'm so excited for you and Jen. And yeah, what a cool life as a tiger. Like, I didn't even know that was really possible. But interesting. I mean, I think I know it's possible, but like, I don't think I've ever had someone show up as an animal in a reading. Maybe. I can't quite remember. I don't know. Interesting stuff. I love it. Okay. All right. And I just got a breeze. Oh, you guys are talking some cool stuff. I love you. I love you too. And you're so welcome, Susie. Absolutely. All right, Lori, it's your turn. Lori's turn, and then Jesse's on deck, and then Steffers. All right. Super cool read. I agree. So fun. You never know what you're going to get. Even if someone asks the same question as someone else, like, it's always a completely different reading. It's so crazy. Oh, it's in PayPal and it's kind of long. Well, I'm gonna head over to PayPal. See what we got going on. For Lori. Okay, here we go. Gotta ask. Sarah is acting childish to Jason. I don't know why. Jason has done nothing wrong. He is so wonderful to her. They live with us. She says she needs space and went to lunch with a friend yesterday, a male friend. I know she loves Jason and Jason adores her, and both our families are close. Sarah seems confused about something. They would never cheat on each other. They have been together for 4.5 years. I'm so confused. Okay. So let's just see. Let's connect to her higher self to get permission for whatever needs to come through tonight. Just use my Lemurian Smoky. Bring it down. See what we can get. Anything Sarah's higher self wants to let us know about what's going on with her. I'm hearing, maybe she's scared a little bit. I did see the Four of Wands kind of when the deck kind of jumbled together or kind of jammed. I saw the Four of Wands. But the person in the Four of Wands isn't really a person. I don't know where it is, but it's like here he is. Yeah, that's what I saw. He's like oh my gosh, I always forget the name of this creature. It's got like goat legs and goat horns, but it's like an upper body of a human. Can you help me out? I always forget the name of this creature. But this is kind of one of the creatures that was happening or going on within Nymph. Yeah, that could be it. That was going on in when they were mixing genetics. Yeah, centaur, that's the word I'm looking for. When they were mixing genetics in Atlantis. So this person, this male friend that she went to lunch with, could have had a life as a centaur in Atlantis, possibly. But let's just see what's going on with Sarah specifically. Yeah, we've got the Eight of Cups and the Five of Wands. So there just may be something going on between the two of them that maybe you're not privy to. I don't see that anyone's at fault. I just think, especially because this is the depiction of the Eight of Wands that was upright, and that's the kind of front version of it. And this is what's like, this child is watching the figure walk away. So this to me is almost like Sarah's inner child is kind of throwing a little bit of a fit right now because, and I don't know if Sarah looked anything like that as a child, but she's got kind of short hair going on, but it's almost like she's rebelling a little bit. To be very young, which I know she's still very young. I think she's under 21, right? And to be with someone for a very extended period of time at that age, it's like, that's a long time to be with someone. That's like from teenage years into early 20s. That's a long, and we as young people like that we change our minds so frequently, and we want to try new things and just be doing all these different things. So I think a part of her is kind of like, well, what if I miss the boat on, dating people, since I've been with Jason since high school, early high school, mid to high school, somewhere in there. And what if I miss the boat on, what if this is it for me and I don't get to flirt with other guys ever again? I think it has nothing really to do with Jason, but I think maybe she's been acting out, and her and Jason may have had some arguments maybe you don't know about. Oh yeah, a satyr as well. Yeah. Centaur, satyr, to me, they're very similar energies, and I never know. I don't read enough fantasy to know all these things, but, yeah, and I think because we've got this depiction, this is the normal depiction of the Three of Wands, which is about taking action on your plans. But since we're seeing his back, it's like he hasn't taken action yet, and maybe he's having second thoughts. This is not to say she's changing her mind about the relationship, but she's doing the thing. And I think, we've all been there in early on years, not everybody probably, but in early on years in certain relationships, you're like, well, if, I've been with this person this long, and like, if I say yes to a future with this person, that's it for me. Because most people don't go into a marriage thinking, okay, this will end in 4 years and I'll just find someone later. They usually think this is it. This is forever. And I think maybe there's a bit of, I won't say fear, but just like uncertainty. Like, did I play the field enough? Did I experience everything life has to offer enough? Like, and again, it has nothing to do with Jason. It's just Sarah's own inner stirrings. Um, yeah, and just making sure she's making the right choices. And it's not to say she's going to start dating this friend or anything, but I think her just spending time with other people of the opposite sex kind of just put things into perspective for her a little bit. But let's just see if we can tune in anything else that Sarah's higher self wants to divulge. Yeah, she's having an awakening. Spiritual stirrings going on here where she's waking up a little bit to, maybe I don't want to do this right away, or maybe I just need a minute to really feel into this. And what's staring at me right now is the back of the Hierophant card. And look, there's a baby there. So maybe, yep, they're confirming. Yeah, okay. So I'm like, maybe this, and then Spirit's like, yeah, that's probably it. I think Jason may have mentioned having children and how many children they're going to have and when they're going to have them, and that might have scared her a little bit because she's like, am I sure? Because the front of the Hierophant is the traditional, it's wedding, it's religion, it's this is a marriage card, doing things a traditional marriage way. And maybe Sarah's thinking, I don't know, not that she doesn't want that, that's not what she's trying to say, her higher self's trying to say here. It's just she has a little bit of growth, and I won't say experimentation, but kind of, not with like other people, but just wanting to know who she is before she commits her life to somebody, has that person's children, and all the things. So she's just having a bit of a I don't know, like pre-quarter life crisis a little bit. Yeah, if she isn't kind of on the immature side, things could scare her. Because to me too, the seeds here in this apple does represent fertility. We got some fertile stuff going on right here as well. And I don't know, does someone know the name of these statues? I think they have an official name, but someone might know. I don't know if they're from an African tradition or South American. I can't recall, but I know I've seen these little, what do you call it? These little statues before. I don't know, are they like fertility statues? I don't know. But to me, this represents fertility, and it's like she's like giving the key to her heart, the key to her future to Jason, and she's like, maybe I don't want to do that. But I think she wants to do that, but like there's just this little need to throw her little internal fit a little bit, to figure that out before moving forward. And I think once she kind of gets this out of her system, she's going to be like, okay. I actually relate. My husband is the only man I ever dated, and in the beginning of marriage, I was like, did I make a mistake? I never kissed anyone else before. I was overwhelmed. Yeah, by the pressures of others. Yeah. All right, and we've also got the King of Swords. So this really does indicate an older male in her life. I'm really assuming this is Jason, especially if he is older than her, or if he's not older than her, at the very least, he's more mature than her, ready to grow up, ready to do all the things that you do as adults, or, we're told we want to do as adults. And he's maybe been the one really pushing the communication about the future together, and that has maybe kind of put her in her little hole a little bit, like, oh my gosh, am I really going to do this? But I think she's working through this because we've got the Six of Swords here as well, which is her feeling it, to heal it, to deal with it, to move forward. But I don't think she's healing any pain between the two of them. This is just maybe grief of the loss of things that will never happen, with other people, or, just knowing at such a young age, this is the person for me. It's not a bad thing at all, but maybe there's just that one part of her that's like, I haven't experienced much else, so like, am I right in making this choice, or should I play the field a little bit? But I don't think she's actually going to go play the field. I think she's just kind of skating around it by hanging out with people of the opposite sex, just to feel like she's rebelling against him a little bit. And I think it probably does break his heart a little bit. I don't think this is like, we're done, you can't do this. I think he's letting her do her thing and throw her fit a little bit. But it does hurt him. I can see. Let's just feel into Jason's higher self energy and see what he wants to divulge about this. Yeah, an Ace of Cups and the Eight of Swords, but it's the back version of both of them. So it's like he thinks this is the one for me, but like, what if she does turn her back on me? Like, that's kind of how he's feeling. And I actually do like the Eight of Swords came up as the back end here, because forward, this is like lower octave devil energy of, being all up in your head and talking yourself out of the things you love because you don't feel you're worthy or good enough. But the fact that we see that this knife literally isn't in this person's back, it's there to help cut the ties. Not cut ties with Sarah, but cut ties with this limiting thinking of he's lost her or she's turned her back on him. I think he's working through his own mental issues as well, because mental energy is sword energy. He represents as the King of Swords in this reading. Yeah. And we've got the bald eagle there, which does represent freedom. So Jason will be free of these thoughts that maybe Sarah's going to leave me. Maybe Sarah will find someone better. I'm not saying this like, oh, she can't do better than him, but like, he's so good for her. She's so good for him that it's like they find the freedom in each other. And I think Sarah just quite hasn't realized that yet. I'm really picking up that this is Sarah. Like, she's blinded. She's so close to how amazing Jason is for her and to her and with her that she can't even see how great he is and how great she has it. But she will, because she's awakening to that fact by throwing her little fit a little bit. I think she just needs to do that, and she will see that this is what is best for her. I think she just needs to realize that for herself, rather than realize, well, this is a choice I made at, I don't know what age, 17, 16. We're dating since then, and now this is my life. Like, do I really want this? I think she's gonna realize, yes, she does. I can't believe how much this is so true. Oh, I missed a bunch of your comments, Lori, so I'm going to scroll back up. I know you are right. Yes, they are. Yep. Czar, Jason is her first everything. He is 21, although much more mature than she is. I could totally sense that. And she has even said that. And the guy she went out to lunch with is 30. Ooh, interesting. He told me that tonight. He adores her and he takes great care of her. Yeah, and he will continue to do that. You are so right. I can't even believe how much this is so true. Yeah. And then we got the no, that's not the magician. I always want to call this the magician because I did pull it. I did play around with this in my car. I didn't pull it, but I was looking at it. I'm like, oh, that's the magician. I'm like, no, wait, that's the wheel. Interesting. Yeah. So I thought it was the magician, but it's actually the wheel. But he presents very magician-like to me. Maybe I said magician because this is Pop coming in to be like, yeah, we know she'll make the right choice, but she just needs time to let this cycle of her life, this kind of, am I settling? Should I go somewhere else? Like, this is closing out soon. Yeah, that's very Pop energy on this wheel card here. I like that he popped in. Haha, no pun intended. All right. Oh, shoot. Okay, so we got another couple donations, but that's my fault by not saying donations are closed. So we have after Pika Lee, we've got Steph Freeman Art and then Car Yang, and then I am closing donations. Thank you so much for your donations. I'm not as tired. It's funny. I'm not as tired as I was when I started the live stream. Isn't that interesting how that happens? I'm going to pin this one as a comment. Replace pinned. Okay, donations are closed. Thank you so much. Car Yang will round us out. So, yes, so Steph Freeman Art and then Car Yang will be after Pika Lee. Oh, have a beautiful evening, Jamie. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, your mom's in the hospital. Oh, she just had surgery on a cancerous tumor. Oh, I'm glad it went well. Woo! Thank goodness. All right. Okay. So let me just double check, because I've been in the zone, that we didn't get any other donations between all of that. Yeah, I think we're good. Yep, that looks good. That looks good to me. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Good night. Have a beautiful day. Okay, so Jessie is next, and then Steffers, and then Kirsten. I do give some of you a little extra love because you guys always send like heaping donations, and I just can't believe it. Every time you guys go way above and beyond. Thank you so much, Lori. Thank you so much, Susie. Thank you so much, Sandy, for going above and beyond every time. You guys are the sweetest. And Jessie. Yes, Jessie too. You guys are so amazing. Thank you. All right. Oh, your birthday's Saturday. Sweet. All right. Okay. Oh, you posted your question in the donation note. That sounds good, Car Yang. We will get you on there. And I will timestamp it. When I'm done, I will, well, before I read, I will timestamp, and then when the thing is over, I will comment below the video when it goes to my channel your timestamp. So if anyone does have to leave, let myself or Ethan know that you need a timestamp, and we will get that for you and add you to a timestamp so that your reading will be timestamped, and you can just check the comment like tomorrow morning or whatever for that. Because I know some of these live streams can go late, especially if you're on the East Coast of the US, or I think some of you on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean are maybe just still in bed for the night and not even here right now. But then those in Australia and India are waking up for the day. So we never know what time it is for any given person here. Oh, that worked good last time. I'm glad. Awesome. All right. So Jessie wanted, oh, that's right. She had the past life, Native American past life. So we're going to tune in for Jessie. Her Native American past life. I actually want to get my Spacious Tarot. This to me is a very earthy tarot deck. Very earthy vibes. Yeah, love it. Okay. So we're tuning in to this deck for Jessie's Native American past life. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Ooh, the Lovers. So you do have someone that's in your life in this life that was in that life as well. 7 of Pentacles. I'm really actually reading this as Danny's energy. Because this is something you're being very patient and just seeing what happens with. This is Lover's energy. So they're showing me a past life. They're saying it's the Sioux tribe. Wow. And oh my God, what you sent me before the live stream. You sent Danny husband that came up on your spirit app, one right after the other. Ah! Oh, thank you so much, Ethan. Yes, I figured that, but thanks for letting me know. I could use all the reminders I can get. Okay. So they're actually showing me a flip-flop. Like you were the male in that relationship and he was the female. And it was a Sioux tribe. And they're showing me you being, they're giving me the word like Heyoka. And this is someone who kind of went against the grain of what everyone else was doing. Yeah, you had a new message to bring. You did things in a more, your tribe, they're showing me the Sioux tribe, the Sioux Indians. So Indians, it's kind of almost like politically incorrect to call them that because they're Native Americans, but old habits die hard, because even like Native Americans I know here, they're like, yeah, I'm from the whatever Indian tribe. So like they call themselves Indians, like where I'm at. So like, I don't know. Some people take offense to it, but I mean no offense if I do say that. But yes, the Ace of Swords. So this is finding new ways to communicate with spirit in that life. You were very tuned in. Someone who showed others a different way, who spoke, who was kind of like a rebel without a cause, or just a rebel. But you really had to lean on your inner strength, because a lot of people in your tribe just didn't understand what you were talking about or why you were talking about certain things and why you acted the way you did, kind of as that rebel energy. And sometimes it even made it so Danny, as the female in this life, was trying to choose between you and another tribe member, another male in the tribe. Let's just see if Danny did settle with you or this other male in the tribe, because I see Danny with 3 kids in that life. as the woman, obviously. But was it with Jesse or another man? Ace of Pentacles. No, she did settle down with you. Yeah, new beginnings though. Yeah. So it's almost showing, I'm not seeing you guys like branching off and making your own tribe, but you guys really were kind of in your own like tribe within a tribe. And there were a few others within there, within that life, that you guys just created kind of your own little system within the system. But it was very difficult at first because with this devil energy, you just felt like, you know, you're left out. You're left out in the cold. Maybe you just, oh, here's another one. You get it way over here. Maybe you just being so different, like you beat yourself up a lot, but others even accused you of being seduced by like evil spirits and stuff, and you knew that just wasn't true. You just knew that there were ways you could operate and be better and try different things that just didn't quite register spiritually with the tribe that you were in, but you still lived in the tribe, obviously, but kind of made your own little sub-tribe within the tribe to make life different. But as you became an elder of the tribe, you were very emotionally tuned to your guides and very connected, and people really started trusting you and realizing that the way that you've been telling them to do things, or at least the way that you were acting as the example in that life, was the right way. And wow, I'm glad that I was part of your tribe, because look how amazing things got for us. And those that did leave the greater tribe to kind of join the like tribe within the tribe, they healed a lot of trauma from, like, there was a lot of warring. I don't know specifically with the Sioux tribe what was going on with like feuds or wars, battles with other tribes or what, but you found a more peaceful way to live amongst other tribes, where maybe the big tribe that you were in wanted to just, you know, hurt people or kill people and just be done with it because it was just too much of a hassle to try to work things out with certain people. And you're like, no, there's a way we can communicate, we can have a new beginning, no one has to die, no one has to hurt each other. And people actually really saw that over the years. They saw that as you became one of the elders in the tribe, in the community, that you really knew what was up the whole time, and they really were like, man, we should have just listened to you before. And you really did have a lot of you could call them magical powers, but it was just, you were so in tune with the earth and in tune with your own higher self with this strength card, that life was just almost magical. Like you could be in such an altered state where you didn't have to eat or sleep or do anything for months at a time. Like you could just be in an altered state and just retain. It's almost like you blinked. Like, you know how like right now you just ate, you feel well rested, you feel, you know, what's this word, hydrated, and then you blink, you still feel that because it, like, no time has passed. And it's 8:32 on my clock. There's a 32 for you. There's Pop's number, and I'm holding the magician. So it's almost like you could go into these altered states, especially they're showing me over the winter time when things were really barren. And you even taught some of the other members. You had certain ones that just in case something happened, that they would be ready and alert to take care if anything happened. But you taught a lot of other tribe members how to get into this altered state where you could maintain your body heat, your body weight, your hunger, your hydration, your just everything was maintained. Is that even possible? But yeah, maybe tapping into meditation, you can find these altered states in this life. I know it's at least a possibility with the strength card coming in, but wow. Yeah, look up the word Heyoka, because I keep playing it almost like a song in my head. Heyoka, Heyoka. Maybe you can make a song. I don't know. Look that up. See what you get. It's very cool. You were just of a whole other breed, even though you were a Sioux in the Sioux tribe. You were just like on a whole other level. You got some homework to do. I love it. Yeah, and they're really showing me also the symbol of the bald eagle, which we didn't see in any of the cards, but they're showing it to me in my mind's eye, so I'm gonna mention it. Bald eagle does also represent freedom, which it came out in Lori's reading. It's interesting. Wow, I love that. That was such a cool past life. And I like past lives when we can tune in to see if there's people in this life, in that life, and like what it means for this life from that life. Like it's cool. I love it. All right. So up next we've got Steffers. Steffers 1111. And then Kirsten's on deck. And then Michelle Lynn is after that. We're really running down the list. We're doing the thing. All right. I've been seeing angel numbers lately, wondering what Spirit has been saying and what's next for me. Okay, let's find out. Well, we've got the Five of Cups here. So especially if you have been through a bit of a rough time lately, this is a grief card. It can be a grief card. So I don't know if you've lost someone or just kind of grieving the loss of maybe certain things that you wished had worked out differently. You can kind of apply it to however it resonates with your life. But I'm really drawn to this bridge back here. And then, of course, in the traditional Five of Cups depiction, this is like the Two of Cups. That it's like his focus is here on these spilled cups that are done. I mean, the cups have spilled, they're all done, but there's two upright cups full right here, which, you know, this is soulmate energy. So like bringing in a new soulmate. Oh, you lost your cat 2 weeks ago. That's right. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah. But it's like, yes, really seeing, oh, interesting, because I was drawn to the bridge. It's like the rainbow bridge. The rainbow bridge that the pets are on, that the pets cross to get to the other side. And, you know, they always say, you know, pets cross the rainbow bridge. Oh, that's so interesting because I brought that up. Yes. But it's like you will have another soul pet coming in for you because your pet that you have lost, your kitty, wants you to have another cat. Unless you do have a cat here. Yeah, the rainbow bridge. There you go. There's your confirmation. But the kitty cat, if you don't have another one, of course, if you have another cat right now, your cat's saying, you know, love that cat, love it so much. If you don't, oh, you do have a cat, a dog. Okay, so you're good. You're good. I could feel other energies, other pet energies in the house. So that's awesome. And then we have here the Seven of Wands, but I saw it come at me this way. So I'm seeing as you don't have to defend yourself. So something going on in your life, these angel numbers, I don't know if they've been like 555 or you've been seeing like 77 or 777. But it's like, because we got it facing me this way, it's like the battle is over. You don't have to defend yourself anymore. Those really hard, rocky, grief-ridden times are behind you for a while. So like, whew, good, awesome, yay. We love to see that. Love to see that as kind of behind or past energy rather than coming up. So that's always good. It's just focusing on, oh, and it's interesting too, you said you had a dog and a cat. The dog and the cat. The other one crossed the rainbow bridge, the dog and the cat. And you had a cat, a dog. So it's like, you know, the one cat was missing, you know, has left, has crossed over. So it's almost like you're just like, it'll never be the same. It'll never be those three together again. But you still have the dynamic of the cat and the dog. And of course, the other cat that crossed over will be united again. Because I do see that cat wanting to come in. I do see that cat wanting to come in again. He's showing me, I don't know if it's he or she, but it's going to come in as a male. And possibly as a dog next time. This is very interesting how pets work. But they're showing me about 10 years from now. 10 years into the future, this cat will come into your life as a male dog. I love that. I want my Judy to tell me how and when and where and why and how and all the things and when she's coming in, but she hasn't. So, all right, but that's cool. Let's see what's going on. And did this cat kind of act like a dog in weird ways? Like you're like, wow, you're like a dog rather than a cat. Because that's kind of the vibe this cat's showing me right now. Hello, Burma. Welcome. But yeah, this cat will come back to you as a dog. But let's just get one more message about these angel numbers that you're seeing, Steffers. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, these angel numbers are being sent by the divine, absolutely, and they are waking you up to your own gifts and talents, because we also have the magician here. There's that magician that we love to see. He's technically also on that wheel card. And I keep thinking every time I grab the wheel that it's the magician, but it's no, this is the magician. You are tuning into your spiritual gifts and abilities, maybe even communicating or communication from your cat, but through bird symbolism. Maybe birds are acting weird around you, or you're going to get some, messages from birds. But it's actually the cat communicating, hey, I'm okay. Things are good. Just letting you know. So it's beautiful. But you are bringing more of your spiritual gifts online. With this combination here, this is awakening to your true magic. It's beautiful. So these angel numbers are letting you know what's up. Oh, 2 birds were inside your soccer dome tonight randomly. Well, there's a message from your kitty cat. I love that. Aw. So cute. Aw, good night, Jessie. I didn't realize you were leaving. I love you as well. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. Get some rest, girl. You've got some big missions coming up, so get some rest. All right. What else is going on? Let's see. I hope that resonates. Actually, Steffers, before you go, I want to get you one more. One more. And then up on deck, we've got Kirsten. So Kirsten can go ahead and post her question, and then Michelle Lynn is on deck. All right, what's going on for Steffers? Yes, look. I told you that past is behind you. That grief is in the past. There's going to be some good stuff coming because you're healing the chaos of what has been going on. And even with that 7 of Swords, you had Steffers of feeling like you had to defend yourself or stand up for your beliefs, or just felt like people weren't vibing with you because of who you are, or you wanting to step more into your authenticity. You're going to start attracting people into your life, Steffers, that feel like soul family, because they are. And just healing the chaos of your life by really tuning in and kind of maybe even hermit energy a little bit to really heal yourself from the inside out. And you're going to start seeing that healing also take place in your day-to-day life. But all those butterflies, there's all sorts of rainbow, different colored butterflies there. So I don't know, just really feel into this card here, Steffers, and whichever color of those butterflies resonates the most, go look up a butterfly of that specific color for yourself. And there's a message in that for you. I'm giving everybody homework tonight. I'm that guy. Yes, with the tornado. Isn't that a beautiful card? It's like those beautiful colored butterflies are coming in hot to heal all that's going on. All right. So let's see for Kirsten. Will my holistic chakra-based coaching business be successful? Will it blow up and become huge? Let's see. Ooh, I love that. Thank you. It resonates so much. I'm so glad, Steffers. Big hugs. I'm so sorry again for the loss. The cat's not lost, but you know what I mean. Big hugs for that missing element of your beautiful kitty cat being in your home. It does leave a hole in our hearts for a little while, but then we realize they really never leave. Energetically speaking, they still exist. They still live on. It's a beautiful notion to know that, but we still feel their presence not here anymore. So my heart goes out to you. We're all feeling it. Me, you, and Sandy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I feel it. Thank you. Love you. All right. So Kirsten's question, will her holistic chakra healing business take off and be huge and successful? Does anything Spirit wants her to know about this? Oh, lost 9 of your chickens a few days ago. I'm so sorry, Burma. That's hard too. Chickens are like related to dinosaurs. How cool. Ooh, look at this, Kirsten. Yes, this is healing. And this card has come out in almost everyone's reading tonight. Almost everyone. But we've been getting it this way. For Kirsten, we got it this way. So this is you actually having kind of a coming to Jesus moment, or a kind of I won't say a beat down by your guides, but like an awakening. An awakening, and maybe even a rude awakening. But I think this may have to do with leaving your husband. You realizing that was not your path anymore, and stepping into your future. And this had actually opened doors for you to step into a better future than, staying where you were. So this is very beautiful energy of you awakening to your true gifts, your true talents, and helping others awaken, because this chakra healing What was the exact wording you had on that? Let me go back up. Holistic chakra-based coaching business. Okay. So it wasn't healing, but holistic chakra-based coaching business. Okay. Yeah, but this is very spiritual based business that you're taking on. And you will attract people who want that healing, want that guidance from someone who has been there, who has healed a lot of their own life. Oh, you're leaving him. Yeah, I can totally feel it. Yeah, but once you decide to take a new path, you're getting the wake up call now. You're understanding this is not your forever path. But as you understand and realize that, you literally raise yourself from the dead, or like the version that you were with him, you're raising up, you're reborn, you're rebirthing yourself into a new, like a new version of yourself that is actually going to really benefit. So when you actually do take the leap of faith to leave him, that's when things will then take off with the business. It's hard to explain. It's like using the chakra as a basis for finding methods to heal the body and mind. I love that. That's so cool. All right. And then we have the wheel, and there's that magician there with the wheel. So I think I will always just read, because the back looks so different. It's so interesting. But yeah, I think I'll always read this as like a magician mixed with wheel energy anytime I pull it from this deck. But yes, this is you taking control of your own life. Once that cycle is done with your husband, then it's on and popping for this spiritual business that you're trying to create here in your life. All right, what else is going on for Kirsten's business? Will this get big and blow up? And they keep saying yes, but, like, yes, it will, but there needs to be the ending of certain relationships or cycles within your life before this can really take root and grow. Because if you plant it in soil that is already, think of it this way, you're still with it or in the same home as the husband and things are pretty much not great. You're trying to plant this seed in that soil. But what you want to do, and I kind of explained some in a roundabout way in Sandy's reading earlier tonight, when one thing in our life dies, it actually is serving as like fertilizer for new things to grow from. So when you finally put the kill shot into that relationship and it's energetically finished, the cords are cut, the ties are cut, you've moved out, that lets the universe know, okay, we're closing out that cycle, let's start something new, let's use the death of this relationship as fertilizer to bring this new holistic coaching to life. That's how things work. And you maybe find that if you try or have been trying to start this business while still in the relationship, it makes you feel like you're spinning your wheels or wasting your time, or why isn't anyone coming? Why isn't this working? It's because you're trying to plant it in stagnant soil. It's kind of how they're showing it to me. But let's just see if Kirsten does make that leap of faith and moves in a new direction. What do we get? Yep, the Night of Pentacles. And this might take, the Night of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, but it's also the most secure, the most stable, and the most lucrative or the most financially abundant of all the knights. So this is you deciding to, okay, this is what I'm going to do, but then start going in that direction, ending the things that need to end, and then beginning planting seeds, because it's like he's got the seed here. That's the Ace of Pentacles. He's carrying it with us, and he's like, okay, I'm going to plant this, but this soil here doesn't look so fertile, so I'm outie. I'm leaving. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Like that song keeps playing in my head. So maybe there's a message in that song. I actually talked about that song a couple live streams ago. It's a song it's a cover. A woman sings it. It's a song from the soundtrack Armageddon. It's John Denver's Leaving on a Jet Plane, but it's by some lady with a name I can never pronounce. But if you just search Armageddon movie soundtrack, Leaving on a Jet Plane, there may be some messages in those lyrics for you. But he's leaving. He's taking his pentacle. He knows he can't plant it here. Nothing will happen. There's just not enough life going on here for this seed to take root and thrive. There's just not enough. So let's see, when Kirsten decides to close out these old cycles, what is coming in hot for her. Oh, you remember that live? You were there. I figured you were, but I never know who's in and out. Yeah, and I love this because this is the depiction I saw rather than the back. So it's the Hanged Man kind of almost in like a reverse. And we've got a snake here, which to me represents healing. Healing from the past, moving on from the past. If a snake doesn't shed its skin, it will die. It will basically stifle itself, and its life force will cease to exist. So that snake has to shed its skin. It has to release that old cycle so that it can then, basically heal this guy, cut him down from his binds here. Because when you're in a hanged man energy, like the front depiction, this is someone stuck, stagnant. Nothing's happening. The energy is stale. Nothing's going anywhere. But because you got it in this depiction here, the back, we see a lot more going on. Masks have come off. This person's mask has fallen away, and they can never go back to that old version of themselves anymore. That's almost like the snake shedding its skin. It cannot be that. It cannot put that skin on like 3 months later and try to be that old version of itself. It doesn't work like that. So there is growth here. There's awakening, spiritual awakening going on for you. That when you finally take that leap and go on that new journey, that's when you can plant that seed and really start seeing things come to fruition. Because you're turning this hanged man stale energy into something more fertile and abundant for yourself. Let's get one more for Kirsten's reading about her business. What does she need to know about making it really thrive and take off? Please, Spirit, anything else she needs to know or be aware of? Yeah, yes. And this is the Empress, but look how young and juvenile that Empress looks. She's probably the youngest Empress I've ever seen on a card. She looks like a teenager, maybe even a tween. Very young Empress, but we did actually get the back depiction. So it's almost like that's your future. You're looking at this like it's your future. Motherhood is in your future. And we've got a hawk, falcon. I don't know. Yeah, and then we've got a skull here. So the death of something was like fertilizer for all of this abundant, beautiful stuff to grow. So the death of one thing becomes something fertile and abundant, and you got the most fertile and abundant card of the whole deck, pretty much. But you're seeing it as still like it's in your future. It's not quite arrived yet. It's like you're looming up from it or to it. Oh, I love that. Spirit just gave me the analogy of the lotus. The lotus grows in the mud and the muck and the water, and it becomes something beautiful out of something yucky, like that swampy water. You're becoming this lotus, and then you're going to float over here and become that mother energy, that empress, that abundance, that fertility that you're looking to create in your life. Could be with your own children. Could also be, birthing this new business. Could be all of it. But yes, that's amazing. But this is still on your horizon. Yeah, lotus flowers. Looking up the symbolism of the lotus can also bring you some additional guidance. This is on your path. This is in your future when you close out these cycles. It's waiting for you. Just gotta say the word, but I don't know if this is a falcon or a hawk. I can't tell the difference. Use your own intuition. Whichever one calls to you most, Kirsten, use that symbolism. Falcon or hawk. Look up that and also look up the symbolism of lotus. There's your homework. I'm just giving everyone homework tonight. I once in a while do, but man, I'm giving homework every reading tonight. Yeah, single mother by choice. That's awesome. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful. Amazing. All right. So that was Kirsten. Now, Michelle Lynn. Yeah, you'll be sure to do your homework. Absolutely. So Michelle Lynn, and then Hey Hey. Hey Hey will be next. Oh, Reflection from Mulan popped into your head. Oh, I love that because of all the water. Yes. That's a beautiful song. I haven't seen Mulan in such a minute. It's been so long. Okay. I loved Mulan as a kid. Any trope where a girl has to pretend to be a boy or a boy has to pretend to be a girl, I'm here for it. The movie White Chicks, sign me up. I laugh so hard. Also, I think it's called, I don't know, it's got Amanda Bynes. She pretends to be a boy. I can never remember the name of the movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I love that movie because it's just, I love that trope of one gender having to pretend to be the other gender to make things happen in their lives. And also Mulan, I love it. I love it. She's the man. Duh. I knew that. She's a man. Duh. funny. I'm getting chills now, so maybe there's a message for someone in one of those movies we've just talked about. I don't know. White Chicks is funny. I love, I never know the guy's name. Is it Julius in real life? I don't know. But in White Chicks, he's in a wheelchair, and then he goes, once you go black, you're gonna need a wheelchair. Oh my gosh. The first time I saw that movie, I cackled for days about that joke. I remember I loved the show Everybody Hates Chris, and he was Chris's dad in Chris Rock's like sitcom. He played Chris's dad. He's the same actor that played Chris's dad in that. I think his name was Julius in something, or maybe that's his real, like, I don't know. But anytime we refer to that actor, my husband and I just call him Julius. So yeah, I don't know his real name, but he is anything he's in. He's also in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like, he's so hilarious. Like, I just love him as an actor. I should know his name, but like, I love him as an actor. He's so funny. Yes, White Chicks is hilarious. It's been a minute. So White Chicks, don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. I grew up in the 90s, so that's like a classic to me as well. Both of those movies have the Wayans brothers in it. And then I also love Let's Go to Prison with Dax Shepard and Will Arnett. Dude, if you ever just want a laugh fest, watch those 3 movies. I know Don't Be a Menace, blah, 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 blah. That one's a little crude. But the other 2 have some crude references, but not as bad as Don't Be a Menace. I could just talk movies and shows, but it's funny because I don't watch a lot of movies or shows, but like back in the day, I really did. But once in a while, I need a 90s movie marathon, I think. I think that would just really help my life, especially like the comedies, or like even like the 80s movies, like Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, Pretty Woman. You know, there's just those classic movies that you just gotta watch every once in a while. Dirty Dancing. Terry Crews, that's his name. I knew that. Yep, that's his name. Yep. That's him. Yeah, he was Julius, I think, in Everybody Hates Chris. I think that was his character's name in Everybody Hates Chris. And that's why my husband and I call him Julius. All right. Yeah, I love those shows and movies. Yes. Okay, so Michelle Lynn, she told me ages ago that her question is over on PayPal, so I'm going to head on over. Michelle Lynn. All right, we're moving up the list. Here we go. On Monday, I heard from 2 old friends. We made plans to go out Wednesday and have a girls' night. Suddenly, that Monday night, my stomach was in tremendous pain randomly. The next day, I didn't, and even today, I couldn't really eat. It didn't stop me from going out, and decided to push through the pain, but last minute my friend canceled, and then I felt like it wasn't meant to be after all. I'm just frustrated that every time I have a chance to make plans, something always messes it up. What is Spirit telling me? I'm trying to get myself out there, but there's always something in the way. And that's interesting because that's one of Kurt Cobain's song. Kurt Cobain. Come on, man, to get it together. Nirvana. Kurt Cobain. Something in the Way. It's a good song. It's one of my favorites by them, if not the favorite by them. But yeah, thinking of stomach pain, what would that be trying to tell you? That's very solar plexus energy. Confidence. Maybe feeling like you have to be that old or past version of yourself that these friends knew at the time, and just trying to bridge the gap between, like, an example for me would be my 2 high school reunions. I had a 10-year reunion and then a 21-year reunion because in 2020, things went off the rails. So we couldn't have a class of 2020 year reunion. We had to do a 21-year reunion this year. But when you get there and you meet everyone, you see everyone again, you're always in constant, at least I was. Even though I'm from the 10-year reunion to the 21-year reunion, it shifted a lot. But because I awakened awakened more spiritually at the time. But you're comparing like how someone used to be to who they are now, or how they are now, and how you think maybe others are viewing you, and like it's a whole weird thing. Especially friends you haven't seen in a long time. There are certain friendships though in life where no matter how many years go by or how long it's been since you've talked to someone, when you do get together with them, it's like nothing, no time has passed. It's like you can just pick up right where you left off, never missing a beat. But Spirit's kind of showing me that maybe there's just a difference in vibration with you and these people, or this one specific girl that did cancel. That's just so different now that it might almost be disappointing to you. Not that the person themselves is a disappointment, but like you're just such different people now that you might think, oh man, I remember this, or I remember that, or we were so close at one point. Sorry, I'm sucking back all the yuckiness in my throat. Okay, but we did get the Ace of Wands, but it's the kind of back end depiction of it where it almost feels like a tower moment in the background. So I don't know if this girl just has like her own ish going on, or just something. She may be like very chaotic personality, like she's up and then she's down, she's hot then she, that Katy Perry song Hot and Cold just came to mind. I don't know if she's like been a friend and then like you get distant and then she's a friend and then you get like, I don't know if there've been weird cycles in the relationship with you and her before. I love her, but yes, she always seems to cancel on me around my birthday. She does have a lot going on. Yeah. And I don't think this is personal to you. I don't think she's personally like, oh, I'm going to show her, I'm going to cancel. I think it tends to happen. Yeah, she's balanced. She's got a lot on her plate right now. She's really balancing things. And she's like, it's almost like part of this burden that she's got going on is her own doing, because this person could easily just put their foot down. So, ooh, and that's kind of a saying as well. Just put your foot down, or I'm putting my foot down. Could even be with a boyfriend. I'm really picking up on the orange, all this orange, sacral energy, sexual energy, maybe someone she's attracted to. If she doesn't have a significant other, maybe there's a crush that kind of dictates what she does or doesn't do because she wants to remain open in case this person wants to hang out or something. But she literally needs to put her foot down with someone or something in her life, and that would bring a lot more balance to her life, and things wouldn't be so difficult for her because there are ships on the horizon here. Like, she could have such a better life if she could have a little bit more self-awareness with herself and, be more mindful of what her actions do to other people even. Maybe Gemini energy. We be hot and cold unintentionally. Yeah, really. Gemini moon right here. Yeah, and I don't mean to do it, but like I get so caught up in my own ish a lot of times that I'm like, oh crap. I was gonna do this with that one friend, or it's been like 2 weeks since I've talked to so and so. Oh my gosh, I'm so horrible. And then I like beat myself up about it. She might do that. She could have Gemini energy. Yeah, Lunar's right about that. It doesn't have to be her sun. It could be her moon, her rising, her Venus, her Mercury. Specifically, Mercury would be a big one. Do I think your stomach pain is from her? Just weird timing it happened. Let's see. Oh, she did open up to you about it yet. But she did have a boyfriend. Okay. All right. Let's see if the stomach pain was from her. Yeah, interesting, because I really picked up tower energy over here, and same deal, same diff. I think energetically speaking, this was maybe not her directly, like her energy like latched onto you or anything like that, but just something between the two of you energetically, maybe an energetic cord even between the two of you from the past. Because this feels like solar plexus, you feeling kind of out of your own personal power or let down by her, maybe even some resentment a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting with that is it's not her directly, but like energetically speaking, yes, if that makes sense, if I'm making sense. Oh, good night, Steffers. Have a beautiful evening. Get some beautiful rest. That'll be awesome. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on with the stomach pain. Michelle Lynn, just anything she needs to know about that. What was it trying to tell her? Anything we haven't touched on? We've got here the Hermit, but we got the back end of the Hermit. Like, the light is on the horizon for you to be able to have loyal, we got dogs here, which represent loyalty, loyal companions, loyal friends, soul family members. So really, there may be a lot of people from your past that, you know, things were great with them in the past, but Spirit really wants to turn some of this chaotic past friendship energy around and bring in new friends that you don't know in this life yet. People that you will meet in this life, but maybe have been in your life in the past. But your hermit days are about over. I mean, look how torn and tattered his clothes are. He's been in the hermit phase for a while. And Spirit wants you out of the hermit phase. It's just lining things up. And, you know, you are putting yourself out there and taking the steps you're guided to take. So that's amazing. And then we've also got here the star. No. Star? Moon? The moon. Moon. It just looks very star-like on this end, but there's the dogs and the moon and the crab. So it's the moon card. But it looks very star energy to me, like an eclipse. Which this to me, we just had that lunar eclipse and the moon, it's dark out. So to me, this is like a lunar eclipse. So I think the eclipse really has shifted the energy because you had plans after the eclipse to make something happen, but then of course they got canceled. But they're like, don't give up. Because to me, that's like she's holding like an ace of cups here and a light, like the star. Like the ace of cups and the star, like a new beginning in love or a new beginning with soulmate friendships, soulmate connections. And between now and that solar eclipse that we have December 4th, I think you're really examining something to do with your divine feminine energy. And yeah, aren't they cool? Lunar sent them to me. It's called the Vice Versa Tarot because on the front or on the back or the front, one of them, it's like a traditional depiction, but then on the back you see some other stuff. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm seeing the eclipse. I'm seeing some sort of, I don't know. To me, this is like some sort of alignment with a certain constellation. I don't know that that's an actual constellation I know of, but if someone knows if that is an actual constellation, let us know. Or maybe just your favorite constellation, Michelle. When the moon is in your favorite constellation or near your favorite constellation, that's when things will really happen in your social life for you. Yeah, because you have the Three of Cups. There will be friendships, soul relationships, soul family friendships, soul sister vibes where you can celebrate and go out and have fun. That is in your future. That is what she's looking at ahead of her, basically. That's how I see it anyway. So, and I'm really picking up Two of Wands energy here with these pillars. So Two of Wands is all about making plans for something. So making plans with people that maybe you're yet to meet even, but that doesn't mean you can't also then make plans with people you know already, like this one friend, you know, she had to cancel, but maybe there's a way you will be able to reconcile plans and hang out or find new people to hang out with. This winter will be out and about. Let's just see. It should be out and about. We got the Fool energy. Yes, you're taking a leap of faith. Yeah, you're definitely ready for some shakeup. You're ready to step out of that. Because this is almost like the Hermit changes clothes and he's out and about. He's got a fresh flower here. Fresh rose. Fresh, no, that looks like a lily. So looking up, I think I just heard daylily. I don't know if that's what that is. But I heard daylily. So look up daylily, spiritual symbolism. And that's your homework, Michelle. We got you some homework. But yeah, it's happening this winter. As long as you take that inspired action that Spirit is directing you with, they will make it line up and that you will get out and do something fun. No, I do see you getting out this winter. You don't have to wait that long. Just put yourself out there. Put that intention out there. Yeah, Burma can pull cards as well. If you guys like to get another perspective or just additional guidance, Burma loves pulling cards. So yeah, do it. All right, so Hey Hey is next, and then Pika Lee. And then we've got Hey Hey. Wait, no, I said Hey Hey, Pika Lee. Then Steph Freeman Art, then Car Yang, who we are timestamping. And oh, Ethan as well. Thank you so much. Okay. So update my list with Ethan's list. There we go. Okay, so Hey says, I'm having a hard time choosing a brokerage to hang my license. Are any of these Miramar Works or MV&A Associates a good choice? Or none of these? I'm so undecided. Okay, so let's just feel into the energy of all of these combined. Are any of these going to be a good fit for Hey? Ooh, we got the Three of Cups, but we've got this version of it here. So yeah, this to me, one of these three is abundant, and I think it's the third one. So which we got with the third one? MV and A. Oh, MV and Associates. Let's just get a confirmation on MV and Associates. Okay. So show us yes, show us no. Will you work with us for Hey's question? Yes. So let me just ask them one by one. So is Miramar a great brokerage to hang her license? No. What about Works? I'm kind of getting a maybe. What about MV and Associates? It's a pretty strong yes with that third one. Yeah, I think it's that third one. Let's just see also if maybe there's another option that's not on the table here that would be a good fit as well. And we're getting a yes. I felt it, so I knew I needed to ask. So MV and Associates looks like your best bet with what you've got here. Works would be second best, and then a third option would be something we don't know about. One of another option. But let's just see if you were to go with MV and Associates, what that would look like. What's going on with this? Okay, we've got the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, so new beginning, emotionally fulfilling thing, celebration. There's the cup she's holding. Look at that. I think that is your really best bet. And we got a white dove here. Peace, tranquility, happiness, promise of a better future. These are all things that are represented here with that dove symbolism. But you can also look up dove symbolism for yourself, because we've got a whole flock of doves just flying by this cup and this waterfall here. So there's your homework if you want to look up the dove symbolism. Purity is the word I'm hearing as well. Just a new beginning to start something new, emotionally fulfilling, exciting. Let's see. I have yet to meet with MV, but probably on Monday. Okay, cool. Interesting. Let's see what else is coming up for Hey. Yeah, Seven of Wands. So you're walking away from something that felt not quite right. Or maybe I'm getting kind of a sharp, weird pain right now in my solar plexus. So maybe you've had kind of literal gut-wrenching reactions to certain things surrounding maybe some of these other places. But literally trust your gut. Listen to your gut, because it knows what's going on. You're going through a bit of a hard time personally, making this journey on my new career difficult. So to hear this helps. Oh, good. Yeah, this is kind of like your current vibe, like what's going on. Like you're maybe felt like you had to leave behind some difficulties, or maybe there was some lying, cheating, stealing going on in your life. Not you, but other people kind of bringing that to your door, or you just feeling cheated or slighted by people, or like you're not getting your fair shake or a fair deal, or maybe you even beating yourself up, because swords are mental energy. Maybe just beating yourself up for not being farther than you think you should be. Or feeling like you should be farther ahead in life than you currently are. But Spirit's saying you're arriving right in divine time. So there's no need for you to personally be beating yourself up for anything that you did or didn't do or should have done differently in the past. Because on the back of the deck we got the Eight of Swords, which is the progression from the 7 to the 8. So we're getting somewhere. There's progress being made here. But this is you removing limiting or lack mentalities from your life, or just trusting yourself more, trusting that you can make an informed decision for yourself. And I was going to talk about too, we had this side, these two swords, like the Two of Swords, like I'm confused, I'm not sure. And then look on the back of the deck, you got the Two of Swords, but this is the Two of Swords, like, oh yeah, I'm confused, which is a very similar depiction to the front of the Eight of Swords, but you got it kind of the back end of it. So you're getting clarity on your confusion very soon. So you're moving. This is a lot of mental energy here that you're moving out of and away from. Not being so up in your head, or even being just really like confused, or like, why are people acting like this, or why isn't this working? Why isn't this happening? And all of that stuff, you're not going to have to worry for long, because you're having emotional fulfillment come in and celebration, and things are just looking much better very soon. But yeah, we've got the Tower. This is the better version of the Tower, though, because we don't want that. That's where you've come from, and you're really healing something from your past, something that really didn't work out in the past. You're moving on from it, or looking in a new direction from. And it's interesting too, because we've got the little dudes from the Chariot card. Aren't those from the Chariot? Am I making that up? It's funny, they've got boobs. Like the little guys from the Chariot card, the traditional Rider-Waite depiction. So this is a success. After all of this animosity or indecision or just all of this stuff, you are seeing success. But it's again kind of coming down to a choice point between two options. But you're getting clarity here to know which option is best, or what road to go down. So you're getting your clarity. That's a good thing. Yay! Hey. I have just been like tarot all night. Let's pull some oracle. I want to go here to the angel messages. Yeah, the Chariot, which is Cancer energy as well. With all this Cup energy, it's good to have that Cancer coming in. That's a beautiful, like, moon energy as well. Let's see what's going on for Hey. Anything else she needs to know? Omega, yeah. What did I say? Victory. Victory is yours. Yeah, because that's success that I saw coming from that Tower. Where did the Tower go? How did it leave me? Where did you go, Tower? Did you fall? It's gone now. The Tower has left the building, but the little dudes, the Chariot dudes on the Tower card, where did the Tower card go? It was here. Am I like, no? Wow. Okay. So that might be symbolic that, hey, those Tower moments are gone. They're disappearing right before your eyes, which is good. The victory, your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. So just keep moving forward, keep plodding ahead, and you're going to get there. And you're going to know what's best for you. But literally, listen to your body, listen to your gut, because it will steer you in the direction that is best for you. All right. I hope that resonated. Hey, brought you a little bit of guidance and clarity, because it looked like you may need it a little bit. And I'm happy to help in any way I can. So thanks again for your donation. Yay, hey. Yep, Tower is gone. No idea. Maybe I put it back in the deck, but what the heck? That was weird. Tower literally disappeared before our very eyes. Oh, here it is. It was back in the deck. So I like that. I just subconsciously just put it in there and like, we're not doing that anymore. Yes. We found it though. It's back in the deck, but it's like in your past. Hey, you don't have to worry about it. All right. Pika Lee is next, and then Steph Freeman, Art, and then Car Yang, and then Ethan, and then I am outie for the evening. All right. So Pika Lee, and then Steph Freeman. Hope you're all having a wonderful evening hanging out. I have so much fun hanging out with you guys. I never want to leave. And that's why sometimes I just have to limit myself. Donations are actually closed for the night. I am Amira. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But welcome. Yeah, I will be live again on Saturday, about 2 p.m. Mountain Time. I might actually go live a little earlier on Saturday. I'm not sure yet. I'm playing everything by ear because my dog actually passed away. So I'm just kind of playing it by the grief wave. So if I feel up to it, I'll do it. If not, I'll just not. But I felt up to it tonight, and I'm glad that I did, because I think I needed this. I think I needed to just come on and be normal for a few hours. I do a free collective reading at the beginning. So if you wanted a free reading, you could always scroll all the way back to the beginning of this live stream and maybe gather some nuggets of wisdom or information on your specific question. and really see what the collective has to say for you on that. Yeah, I used to do tons and tons of free readings, but there's just so many paid readings now that once in a while I do. But I always do a free collective. Yeah. Okay, so you posted on PayPal. I'm going to head on over. PayPal, PayPal. All right, here we go. Pika Lee, posting question here in case I fall asleep. I found out my paternal great grandmother's name. Oh, that's so cool. And when I went to sleep that night, I got super hot and remembered I dreamed I was in a library. I don't remember if I met someone there, but info. Remember looking for books, and I was in the romance section and was looking at books in Spanish, which is interesting since I don't really speak it. I remember the cover vividly because it was pink, green, and gold. Ooh, very heart chakra and healing energy colors. Yes. It was a beautiful book and had 3 knights on it. Wondering if there was some sort of message and if my great grandma was communicating with me. Yes, I would go out on a limb and say absolutely. And also the fact, like, that's heart energy. That's heart energy there, pink and green, and even gold. I really do see gold as a very healing color. So healing the heart chakra is really the vibe I get from that, just off the top. But 3 knights, interesting, because on the back of the deck we got 3 of pentacles. And it almost looks like they could be in like an old library, doesn't it? I know these are just books, but really from here they could be books on a shelf. But anytime that I dream about like libraries or books, that to me is like visiting the Akashic records. And of course, our, I guess, conscious minds will put the things that we're actually experiencing in the astral realm into like words or visions or visuals that our conscious or human mind can understand. So I think you were actually visioning, Freudian slip, visioning. You were actually seeing the Akashic records, but your human self interpreted that as you being in a library. And I'm really picking up past life energy. Oh, yeah, the romance book. And wasn't it you? Wasn't it you with the Greece, past life in Greece, and your love interest at the time, your soulmate guy, was like a knight, and he was on a horse and he died with some sort of thing. They're really tying this. They put a big red bow around it and went like this, like tying it up. Yeah, so they're bringing this. So you were learning something about that past life in your dream, and I think your grandmother was really helping facilitate that connection to the Akashic records, and that was me, and that dream was in a library too. Mind blown. I got chills. Yes. Wow. Yes, with the powerful readings tonight, absolutely. Let's just see what's coming through. What was anything? We haven't pulled a card yet. We're finding things out. Yeah, justice. Look at that. And this card was spinning on the deck. I'll show you. It was going like this. It was spinning like 4 times as I was pulling this justice card up. And this is the 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, not feeling like you're fitting in with something, or there's just something you're missing. Even like, maybe even worried about money or worried about the future. Like, am I ever going to meet this person? But yes, because justice is being served here, coming in hot. And there's that Libra energy coming in as well. This person could your future love from that life as the knight and Greece and all of that. And here, this person could have Libra placements, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. I'm seeing like a Venus in Libra. Someone who's very loving, very giving, like puts queen ahead of them kind of vibe. Yeah. So I think this was just kind of letting you know a little something about this person. And then we've got here the Queen of Pentacles. So I was just talking about putting that queen ahead of themselves. And there we go. There's that earth energy. And you're a Libra too. That's right. That's right. So I don't know if you have earth elements in your chart, your Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But even if you don't, wherever your earth houses are, I don't know, maybe you could have a 7th house house, it's an earth house or something. I'm not sure. But he's showing up somehow in your houses as an earth sign and Libra, like something you may have similar placements, or like maybe your sun is in his ascendant is with your sun, like very balanced, because where did I put that? There it is. Very balanced chart, or your charts balance each other out in some way, or maybe you're one way, he's another way, and it balances your energies out. But yeah, I want to get one from angels and ancestors. Any specific message from your great grandmother? Woo! Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. And I think she is acting as a guide or a facilitator or a teacher or some sort of mentor to you to help you connect. And then we've got like a white dove here as well. And then to me, this is like a falcon, maybe. So maybe birds, spirit animals, birds, messengers from spirit coming in to give you some additional messages tonight. I'm really feeling falcon for this one, but I could be wrong. If you guys recognize the markings on that bird, can't focus very well because it's a webcam, so it's like not great, but yeah. And then the dove, but she is acting as a teacher to you. And you are learning from these spiritual experiences, even if you don't remember like exactly what's going on in the dream. Your subconscious knows, and when that that information, I keep wanting to say energy, I don't know. Interesting. But when that information needs to come to the front and center, it'll be there. You'll have access to it when you need it. So yeah, and then warrior, be fearless and stand strong. And to me, this is like that justice being served in your life, you being able to have this future partner in your life from that past life coming in hot, but just standing strong in, healing yourself and really becoming the greatest, most beautiful and amazing version of yourself, not for him, but for yourself. Because he's working on doing much the same right now. I want this one. All right, higher view. And there's another bird. So it's like you are getting messages from spirit. You're seeing a higher view, with those Akashic records. You're peeking into all that is, like everything that's ever happened anywhere in any time, space, everywhere is recorded in the Akashic records. And you had a glimpse or a higher view into those records for even just a moment of a dream. That's so powerful though. And look, 41, that dream in and of itself is bringing a lot of spiritual guidance and a lot of changes into your life, like good changes, like solid foundational changes to your life. Totally feel that. Feel like all the strife I was going through earlier in the year are finally paying off. Absolutely. All right, let's get you another one here. All right, we also have close encounters. I think energetically, maybe that's why I want to keep saying energy. I think energetically, he was in the dream with you. Like your higher selves were together. And now my throat chakra is kind of acting up for a second. So maybe doing some throat chakra healing. But yeah, I think, and it's almost like maybe even in real life, like maybe you were somewhere, maybe you were both driving down the same street at the same time, like he passed you going this way and you're going this way. Like your energies have come so close to each other at some point in this last week. Oh, I'm getting chills. That, oh my gosh. It's maybe triggered something in you, an awakening, a new beginning. You've come into each other's arena. That's pretty powerful. And I really do see it actually in traffic. Literally his car coming this way, yours going this way. Like you were heading north. Oh, look at these chills all over me. It's happening. Do you not see all these chills? Look at that. And it is hot as heck in here, guys. Like, let's just, for a moment, like things are happening. They're not leaving. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So big things are happening. Big things are happening. I think that romance is more imminent than you realize. But Spirit's saying, not to be disappointed if it doesn't happen tomorrow, or 3 weeks from now, or 2 months from now. But like, in Spirit's indication, it's soon. We have breaking news, developments happening in the Pika Lee love saga. Here we go. That's powerful. I love that. Yes. That is so cool. Now I got chills on my crown. Are they gone yet? They're still hanging on. Look at that. They're not as prevalent, but like they're still there. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yay. Oh, you remember there was a cashier at the grocery store and the guy has to see my license and I told him I have the exact birthday as his sister. Oh, interesting. How neat. Gotta love it. Yeah, synchronicities are crazy right now too. Oh, 10-7. Yeah. So cool. All right. Well, I hope that resonated, brought you some happiness. Thanks again for the donation. All right, Steph Freeman, it's your turn, my dear. And then we've got Car Yang and then Ethan. Steph Freeman. All right. Yeah, we've got a lot of Libra birthdays in this chat at any given time. Yeah, Burma's 10-10, Pikalee's 10-7, Jesse's 10-18, Michelle Lynn has a birthday in October as well, but I cannot quite remember the date. Is it 17th? No, maybe. Yes. Oh, she wanted to hold over. Okay, we can totally do that. So then we got Car Yang, who I do have to make a timestamp for, so I'm going to get my little notepad. I'm going to write Steph Freeman holdover. Unless she is here still and wants to go, we can totally do it. Steph Freeman heart. And then timestamp 2:25:26. 2:25:26 for Car Yang. Okay. Let's go over here. PayPal. PayPal email for Car Yang. Okay. Car Yang tarot payment. How? Something just moved over there. I don't know if you guys heard it. Weird. Something's happening. I don't know if you guys could hear that. It sounded really weird. I don't know. Okay. How will I know when I've met my soulmate, the one? What signs will I see or what might I feel? Thanks. Well, it's interesting because I was like, what was that over there? So I think it's just going to kind of surprise you. Yeah. And I'm a Libra ascendant. That's interesting with what you guys are talking about in the chat. The Libra gang. I'm a Libra ascendant. So is Lori. Lori's a Libra ascendant. No, I think Michelle Lynn is a Libra ascendant as well. I can't remember. Yeah, but lots of October energy and Libra birthdays, Libra placements here in the chat at any given time. But I'm going to read Car Yang's question again. Got off tangent. How will Car Yang know when she's met her soulmate or the one, aka the one / the one? What signs will she see? Well, the sun, and there's a horse there. So I don't know, maybe they're wearing a horse shirt, horse symbolism, specifically a white horse, maybe a sun, maybe they have a sun tattoo or something, or you see someone hanging out with this person that has a sun tattoo, and also there's sunflowers, so something with flowers, and to me this is a very summertime card. So this could be that you're meeting this person in the summer, or maybe you're getting together in the summer. Meet this person before summertime, maybe you're friends or whatever. We're not really having a label, but then you really start dating each other by summertime. Yeah, and whenever summer is wherever you're at is when this is relevant. Let's see what else is going on for Car Yang. Any signs for when she will meet this soulmate? Anything we need to know about that, please, Spirit? We also have the 7 of Cups. So I think there's going to be a couple of soulmates that you get to choose from. It's not just one person that's a romantic soulmate or love interest for you. You've got a couple of options as romantic soulmate connections. And I think one of them, I'm hearing Leo energy. So they could be a Leo sun, moon, or rising. Probably Leo sun, because we do have the sun card here. which is like summertime birthday, whether it's Vedic or Western astrology. Leo does happen during the summer months, the season of summer. So yeah, interesting. I actually want to, let's see if we have a good signs deck. Let's just go over here to Wisdom of the Oracle. Any signs or messages or signs about meeting this next person? Ooh, orphaned. So we've got 5, change. So this person may have one parent that passed away, or you're hearing a lot about orphan symbolism. Maybe you watch a movie with an orphan. The most relevant one that comes to my mind is pretty much any Disney movie. There's orphans all over Disney movies. Or the musical Annie. She's an orphan. There's an orphanage going on. Orphanages are kind of not something you really hear about these days, but it's very interesting. But big changes are coming. When this person does come into your life, there's a lot of big changes ahead for you. Let's just see. Any other signs? Could even be around a holiday too, because we've got this banner. Got this banner going on. It reminds me of any given holiday. You know, could be a birthday party. Yeah, something like that. And then, oh, whoa. I love when Spirit does this. Birthday party, exchanging gifts. So around a time you exchange gifts, someone with a summer birthday party you're going to, or friend that has a birthday party. We've got a cat here. This is a specific cat. They look, I don't know if any of you guys know the YouTuber Kalel, but she has a cat with these markings. I don't know if anyone knows the specific name of these cats, but they're very like expensive, exotic, like house cats. Maybe you see someone with that kind of house cat, but exchanging gifts. I think the birthday party could be for a female friend. You're going to a birthday party and you meet this person possibly. Maybe around the 27th of July specifically is the month coming up for me. That seems the most prevalent, but it could also be the 2nd or the 7th or the 9th of a month. And again, if it doesn't happen in July, don't think, well, I have to wait till the next year now, because this is just one possibility for how you could meet this person, because, you know, we have this element of free will. So our souls give many opportunities for certain things to happen so that they actually do happen, because they think those crazy humans just going around doing willy-nilly whatever they want with their lives. So they implant many opportunities, or, you know, line things up in such a way that we eventually do meet the people we're supposed to meet and come into contact and do the things we're supposed to do. Even if it takes a little longer, we usually figure it out. But the more spiritual and tuned in and listening to your signs and your angels, the easier and quicker you will be able to meet this person. So yeah, I want to get one more card. I guess we'll just go to this deck. It's Call My Name. Kar Yang. Any other signs when she meets the one? We got Truth, and we've got a tree here, and there's some wind. So it could be a really windy day. Or air energy, swords energy. That could be your Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this person could also have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements within their chart. Yeah. Or during those seasons as well would be pertinent times to meet this person. So Libra, let's see, Gemini is right sort of before Leo. I mean, it's kind of more spring going into summer kind of energy, but that would really line up with that sun card that we got. So yeah, I would say Gemini and Leo are the two signs really standing out to me for this person, placements they may have. All right. Oh, you pulled a few cards for everyone here. It is messages from the guides. The cards are ask for guidance, express your feelings, and never judge another. I love that. Beautiful. Okay, so Ethan, you're going to round us out for the live stream. Exciting stuff. We had so much fun tonight. I know I did anyway. I always do, though. I never want to leave. I just want to hang out with you guys. But reminder for everybody, coming up this week and next week, pretty much next week, because this week's pretty much a wash with the holiday going on. But maybe Friday, possibly, might be the day that I go live over on YouTube. Not YouTube. Patreon, sorry, to just do free readings for my patrons just because I've been a little pulled back with my energy this month just because of all the tower moments in my life and, more recently my dog passing and just trying to still provide quality content without me infusing all of my dark energy into everything because I'm so sad. Um, but I try my best anyway to keep my energy out of your guys' readings. Like that's always an intention I set before I go live. I do a whole thing. I do a whole spiel, a whole meditation to really tune into your energies and not let my energies interfere. Of course, in the collective, my energies are all over in it as well because I'm part of that collective. But yeah, I'm so excited for your reading. Okay, so all right. So Christian and I, oh no, I'm so sorry, Ethan. We broke up on Saturday. I'm sad about this relationship ending, but also content in a sense that he was honest with me and things didn't end badly between us. When I heard, oh, that's what you're saying, yeah. But I knew he was holding back, meaning he didn't want to break up with me and even told me he was confused and was holding back from saying he wanted to break up. Does he still love me? If so, is it possible I can still end up being with him in the future? Or is there another man for me? I'm seeing both as an option. I really am. But Ethan, the thing is, I think just him not being able to hold you, not being able to kiss you, to be in your presence, really messed with his head. Because I think you just being such an emotionally tuned in person, you could almost feel him next to you or feel him holding you or just feel him in your presence. Like you really can envision that. But I think he had a really difficult time holding space for you the way you held for him in his life, the way you do in your life, if that makes sense. Like I kept saying, it's almost like you're not real to him because he can't touch you and taste you and all the things, all the senses here. And I mean, he can hear you and see you kind of with like, pictures and voice texts and stuff, but like to be able to hold you, I think that was the really big thing. That just really tore him up. It does not mean he doesn't love you or doesn't think there may be a future for you. It's maybe just too difficult for him and his hormones and just his sense of self right now to deal with a long distance relationship, which is honorable that he finally, because I think this has been kind of churning for him for a while. And that's why he was so hot and cold and dry and just all the things. It's because he was trying to let you down and himself down easily, but really he just prolonged something that could have, he could have done it more tactfully, let's just put it that way. But let's just see. Let's kind of do two little readings here. One with Christian as a future and then one with another guy as a future. So let's do Christian's first. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense already. Yeah. Christian's still at this point, I think right now, he just doesn't really know what he wants. Yeah, I can totally feel that. Ooh, yes. There is definitely another soulmate connection for you. Yes, there is. Yeah, and he's in your future. But Christian, I do see as possibly in your future as well. Oh, yeah, this is going to be just... Okay. We're going to start with Christian. I do need one more card for Christian, though. I'm not looking because, okay. Yeah. This is just equally, yes, and this is the way I dealt them out, so this is the way I'm going to read them. So it's almost like Christian did turn his back on you, but yet at the same time, I do see this as him still in your future, possibly. Like you're coming up behind him again. So I think there will be, after age 18, possibly 19, I'm seeing like you're remaining friends. I don't know if that's the agreement you've come to, that you are going to remain friends, but I do see that there is this, you do care. I mean, he still does care. You still do care. Like you can't just turn that off. That you guys actually will meet in person. And I think that might change things for him. But in the interim, he's just super confused. And this is the way it came out though. He's going to see the light because on the back of it, this is kind of where he's at now. It's like, I don't even know what to do. I don't know which way to go. I don't know what to do. But then you appear literally in front of him. And it's going to stun him into, oh my gosh, he is real. Oh my gosh, he is real. He is real. He is real. Yes. And that's really going to help him see that things could possibly work for you. Um, but this to me really speaks to you, for you, Ethan, to not wait for him. Obviously, just put yourself out there, put your heart. I see you as someone who just wears your heart on your sleeve anyway, so it won't be hard for you to attract someone who would be attracted to you. You're attracted to them. Absolutely, you will be able to do this and accomplish this. Um, but I think when you do meet Christian, I almost feel this is an interesting turn of events. I almost feel though that he will be more like smitten by you than you are by him, because I think you've already felt like you're in his aura, you're in his energy, so you almost can already tune into that. But for him it might just be so foreign because it was almost like you were two-dimensional to him, or like a dream, or like a fantasy and not reality, when you could actually see him as reality. But when he does get to meet you, if you guys do make that happen, I think he's gonna be like, "Let's make this work. Yes, I love you." You know, all the things. I think, but at that point, you might just be kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, when he does meet you, he'll realize that you are that wish fulfillment for him. But at the same time, I still think you deserve better. And there actually is, and not to say they're better than Christian, but better suited for you than Christian is, I think, because for another possible person, we have the Lovers, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Cups. So lots of divine feminine energy, and you really being able to step into your role of a divine feminine in this relationship. And I do see that the guy that is out there for you, like, he shows up more as a masculine energy, but you bring out that beautiful feminine energy in him, and that's exactly what he wants, because he's kind of denied that, because I'm seeing you as the Queen of Cups all day long. That's just you in this reading. And he's like almost trying to show up in the world as a King of Pentacles, but like on the inside, he's got an equally beautiful Queen of Pentacles that wants to be brought to the surface. So he may even be someone who, on the surface, or on, as you know, on the external, you can't even tell he's into guys at all. Like he doesn't act your, stereotypical way that you'd be like, oh yeah, he's into me. Like, he might try to play it a little macho, like, I might like girls, I don't know, what do you think? But like, you can, once you're really, and I'm getting chills too, so it's almost like he may actually be bisexual. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, trust me, I'm very into masculine guys. Yeah, but you do bring out this more playful and, in like, just, what's the word, like, vulnerable female part of him that he's sometimes maybe afraid to show. Because I think he has tendencies, like, he does like women, but he likes men more, and maybe has used liking women as like a way to hide part of who he actually is. And when he meets you, or maybe even another guy before you, but then you ultimately, it's like, yeah, I don't think I'm into girls at all. I just was using that as kind of a way to pretend I was not gay. So it's like he's bisexual, but like way more on the guy end of it than female end. But I don't even think, like, at the time of this, right this moment, has admitted that to himself. I think he knows he likes guys, but I don't think he knows he likes guys as much as he does like guys right now. He's still very much just feeling his sexuality, trying to really feel it. But yeah, he totally, like, in a subconscious way, he really does lean way more on the spectrum of men. Like, he's trying to operate more like, I'm 75% female interest and maybe 25 male, but it's actually the reverse. And maybe even more so, like 15% feminine energy. But he's more attracted to like more masculine females, if that makes sense. And that's how he's kind of justified like being into females that are not afraid to be more masculine in front of him. And that's kind of how he justifies, like, yeah, I'm not gay. See, I'm into her. But she's very masculine energy that she's presenting with. So it's kind of a thing. But yet he loves, it's interesting because he wants a man, but he wants a feminine man. So he's kind of almost going for a masculine female to balance that out, but he's going to realize, I want a more feminine man. He's admitting these things to himself. Maybe hasn't quite yet, but will. But he will in time because he is a soulmate. This is a soulmate connection, and it's beautiful. Let's just see if we can get a time frame on this for Ethan. I don't think, yes, you're that feminine man. That's exactly what he wants. I don't see this as someone that goes to your school right now or anything. Yeah, and he's still showing up. Like, there he is. It's the King of Wands. He's like, I'm pretending to be this King of Wands, but really I'm this Queen of Pentacles on the inside a little bit. And thinking, and maybe even facing his own sexuality of, okay, I think I'm into guys way more than girls. He's still confused. This is a confused energy right here. Am I into girls or guys? And do I have to only be into one or what? Like, it's a whole thing with him. But it's like certain people like you, or maybe I'm seeing maybe one other more feminine guy before you, Ethan, really turns that light on for him or turns that perspective on for him. The aha moment for him is like, oh, I think I like dudes that are very feminine rather than females that are more masculine. I think I'm going this way. And it's not like he has to decide or, turn off the more bisexual nature of himself, but he's really just leaning into what he really wants is a more feminine man. And that would be you, Ethan. And I think there's one more feminine man before you that comes in and is like, kind of turns the lights on for him. So he realizes, oh, this is what I've been looking for. So yeah, I do see this. And I kind of asked a time frame, and we got wands and swords, which are pretty quick moving, but I am seeing quick being in the terms of once you turn 18 and graduate and go on to do whatever you do, you may meet this person within a year of graduating. So that's really what I see. Yeah. Yeah, he is so he's almost like a kind of playing as a straight guy right now, but realizes, and I don't think a lot of his friends or family would even fathom that he is bisexual, but actually more into the gay spectrum of bisexual, and it might come as a shock to them. I think first it's going to come as a shock to himself, and then he's like, oh yeah, why didn't I know this? Why didn't I see this? But then certain close friends of his will be like, yeah, it makes so much sense. Like, it's not like right on the surface, like, yeah, I knew it, called it 4 years ago, but like, it'll start making sense to a lot of people and to himself. He's just got these things kind of buried right now, but they're coming to the surface. And it's going to be this one person in his life, this one kind of more feminine guy in his life that really brings these I don't know, feelings, thoughts, emotions, attractions to the surface for him. That shines that light for him. Yeah. But I don't think ultimately that's going to last long, because basically this person comes into his life to awaken him to this so he can get to you and you can get to him. It's beautiful. Yay. As a gay man, I've always been attracted to straight guys since they're the typical masculine guy, and it sucks. Yeah. And I know I don't have a lot of, one of my cousins is gay. One of my best friends in college was bisexual. He leaned more toward females, but had a lot of stories about him and guys too. So it's like, he's just like, I'm just love everybody. But the one person I know of, I don't know him personally, obviously, but like James Charles, I don't know if you know who that is, on YouTube, he's like always into straight guys, and he's always like, man, all these straight guys play him and they like try to trap him and like, I don't know, get blackmail against him and stuff. I don't know. I don't really read into a lot of that, but like, yeah. And then also Jeffree Star, who's gay, but like some more straight kind of presenting man. And actually his last boyfriend, or his last long-term boyfriend, I don't know his love life. I don't follow his life, but was actually a guy who had never been with a man before. He'd only been with females. I think he'd even been engaged to a female before he was with Jeffree. But that didn't work out. And then there's a lot of people with rumors. It's like he was paid to go out with Jeffrey. He was never gay in the first place. But like, I don't know. Maybe he was. I don't know. Yeah, I used to too. Like I used to really like him like back in the days when he was teaming up with Shane and then like all sorts of weird stuff. And he's just because I can sense within Jeffrey there's this soul that just wants to do good in the world, but there's so much ego involved in his life that I think one day he will maybe awaken and get it, like understand that I don't need another Lamborghini. I should probably help someone who doesn't even have a house. Like I know that aspect of Jeffrey's in there, but like how far down there is that aspect? That's the question. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, Shane is he's very hit and miss with things. Like again, he's said and done some things that are very questionable and a lot of people are like, I liked you. Why did you act that way? That's so crazy. Like, yeah, it's a whole thing. All right. Oh yeah, let's just see what it'll look like. Let's get go to these personality cards, see if there's any information coming through. There is so much darkness and negativity around him. I totally agree. I'm just that guy. I like to see the good in everybody, so I'm like, I can feel it. It's way down in there, but I know it's in there. But then a lot of times, like I would do that with people in my life, and it's like, I know we can't judge people on just their potential because we can get burned just waiting for them to step up and be that higher version of themselves. So we kind of have to see what's on the surface first. And if that doesn't vibe, like walk away. Yeah. Yeah. Child eternal. So determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. So yeah, he may look younger than his age, but I do see muscles. I see darker hair, but maybe like a hazel colored eye, kind of maybe tending toward green. Yeah, I've been burned so many times just trusting that inner potential that people never live up to. It's my own fault though. Yeah, and then beggar confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So this person is someone who does want to help those underprivileged people. So he's not like a Jeffrey that's just saving all his money for himself. But yeah, this person does like maybe even to color their hair a little bit here and there. But I see muscles. I see. Yes, athlete. Look at those muscles we were seeing. Yes. Yeah, medium muscles, not like Mr. like Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, nothing like that, but like he's got some definition, some tone. But yeah, dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, developments of personal willpower and strength of spirit. So yeah, he just, and it may even be with this child eternal and beggar that he may have a physical handicap of some sort. Because it's like this person here, it's like they've got a hand and then they got another hand that's maybe like deformed or something. It could be something as simple as like my brother. Like he's got all his fingers and stuff, but like his pinky like bends in over his other, like it's been that way since he was a really little kid, like kind of like that kind of, like, nothing crazy, but like it's, I don't know, kind of brings a weird conscious thing to him. Yeah. Oh, you actually have a physical handicap too. Same. Yes. Because just like crystals, I love imperfect crystals and I love imperfect people. I think it's so cool because there is no such thing as perfect anyway. And yeah, right there with you. We don't let it hold us back. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, good night, Burma. Yeah. But I think that's pretty much what I'm getting. Yeah. And I think he may dye his hair, and that's why I kind of see dark hair and then kind of light hair. He might dye his hair or add highlights or something. But yeah, I see he's probably got full lips too. And cheekbones, very defined cheekbones. I don't see him looking like this guy per se, but like his neck is much thinner than this dude here. He's not as like built as this guy, but like I see like very defined cheekbones and like fuller lips. And long lashes. Like he's got these long lashes that like all the girls would be jealous of. Yeah, green. I'm seeing like a hazel to green color. Like maybe his eyes change color when he cries or when he's really emotional. They go from like hazel to green. Yeah, that's really what I see. Or maybe even he wears like he just wants to change his look sometimes and wants to wear contacts. Because I do see sometimes he does want to dye his hair different colors. Yeah, he likes to change things up. So he may even have Gemini energy. I know. Oh, cool. Love it. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the night. I hope you guys had fun. I know I always ask that, but I had fun. I love hanging out with you guys, and I don't ever want to leave, so I could just talk about Ethan's future man boy all night because it's fun. Oh, you see a fun mustache, but obviously mustaches can be shaved. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he might be one that's like, I'm gonna grow out a handlebar mustache just to be cool like that. Like, oh, but look what's staring at me on the back of the deck. The Two of Cups. Aw, the lower octave of the lovers that you got in the other part of the reading. Yes. Let's do Lunar before we go. Yeah, let's do a quick read on like anything with the Titanic, like anything we need to know. Have like timelines shifted? Like what's going on with this? We're here. Let's do it. I don't have a very Titanic deck, but yeah, there have been some changes to the timeline. There's something going on. Mm, 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 mm. We may even hear about a Mandela effect surrounding the Titanic. We may very soon be hearing about that. Something with the Titanic, something that we all know and love or know like the back of our hand about the Titanic may be changing because, Mandela effect. But we got 10 of Pentacles, so there was money involved in the reason things happened. Yeah, and like behind the scenes, we can't see. Maybe there was some hidden hand because we got the King. It almost looks like a King of Pentacles, but it's a 10 of Pentacles. Hidden hand, financial gain, something going on with that, and then seeing clearly. And this to me almost is like I'm almost reading like mermaid vibes, almost like out in the middle of the ocean is really what this looks like because both in front of and behind her we've got open water. There's no shore, but it's almost like an island or an iceberg or it's a rock right in the middle of the ocean. I mean, there's no buildings back here. There's no buildings back. It's like open ocean all around. And I don't know. I know that happened was it April 12th of 1912? They're telling me something about the moon phase. Look into what the moon phase was that night. Let's see. Let's see if we can find out the moon phase the night of the Titanic sinking. If it's a full moon, I'm going to lose it because there is a full moon here. Oh, my thing just jumped. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I had actually planned at some point because everybody on Patreon wants a like deep dive Titanic, like any conspiracies around it. Yeah, I think it was 14th. I think you're right. Yeah, it was 1912. That's why I kept thinking April 12th. Yeah, it was 14th. So let's see. April 14, 1912, moon phase. Yeah, but everyone on Patreon, not everyone, but like a good handful are like, oh, let's do a Titanic reading. So we're definitely gonna do that. Okay. April 14th, 1912. We're going over. Okay. All right. So we had a waning crescent. So it was starting to go toward like the new moon. It was almost to new moon. It was in Pisces at 18 degrees, but this is per Vedic astrology, so this would be more into Aquarius for Western astrology, like the tail end of Aquarius. I actually want to look that day up and just see the other astrological. I'm going to go to my Vedic app here and type in that date and just see what we got going on. So I'm going to go way back in time to the 14th of April, 1912. Go submit. Okay. So we've got here the sun was in Aries. Mercury was in Aries. Venus was in Pisces, Mars was in Gemini, Jupiter was in Scorpio, Saturn, ooh, lots of Aries energy here. New beginning with Aries is the very beginning of that astrology there. So Saturn, the Sun, and Mercury were all in Aries. The Moon was in Aquarius, which we've established. Rahu was in Pisces, had just gone into Pisces, which is at like that Gandanta point, which is karma, untying of karmic knots. When you go between from water to fire, that last degree of water and first degree of fire are called Gandanta. And the sun was at the Gandanta point of the Aries, and then the Rahu energy was at the 28, almost 29 degree, last degree of Pisces. So this was a karmic thing. Interesting. Yeah, and then K2 was in Virgo. And then Uranus was in Capricorn, Neptune was in Gemini, and Pluto was also in Gemini. Wow. Oh, your Aunt Dolly died on, April 14th of 2013. I was born on a waning crescent. I have chills. It's interesting. I know that Lunar and I have had a life on Titanic as those sisters. I bet some of the others of us that are here may have had, not like, we had a whole life on the Titanic. No, like supposedly died on the Titanic, but like, did we though? Did we though? We don't know. We can maybe remember the water and the cold, but do we remember dying? Do we? I don't know. But let's just see. I already put those cards back, but let's just see anything else we need to know about any circumstances that may have been hidden that want to be brought to light. We've got the back end of the Fool. So interesting. So many backs have been turned to us with this deck. So it's almost like in the future, we're going to see like new evidence or realize something about this doesn't quite line up, doesn't quite add up. And we've got here, oh my gosh, is this the Hierophant? No. This is for Emperor, duh. Aries energy, all that Aries going on. Wow. And yeah, and also, the Fool is a new beginning of the whole astrology is Aries. It's the first sign. But yeah, there were many powerful people involved in this. And I will just say, I don't think this was an accident. But it never is it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, many powerful people were involved in this to make something new. There was something they were trying, an agenda. There was something new they were trying to push, something new they were trying to bring forth. And just know with that 10 of Pentacles we got there, with that kind of King of Pentacles injecting himself into that card, I think it might have been that beginning of the Federal Reserve. What we know to be money now. Some powerful people lost their lives on that Titanic that were standing in the way of this thing being moved forward. Wow. And one very specific banker actually canceled their ticket the day of and decided, no, I'm not going. Just randomly. I think it was by design. Yeah, I remember cold in the water, and then I was looking down on my body. I remember nothing else. I remember before getting in the ship, my mother then was pissed about being transferred to Titanic. Wow, she probably knew. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, and I've even gotten word that it may not have even been the Titanic that sank that day. It may have been switched for the Olympic. Go look up some of this stuff. It's out there. I've always been fascinated. Like the Titanic movie, like when that came out, I was just like, oh my gosh. But yeah, we're going to see the truth of something. We're being awoken to something with this. Because it's not just this depiction. It's what they're actually seeing in front of them. It's like, whoa. It's all going to be revealed at some point. Whether that's in our lifetime or when we cross over. I don't know. This is hitting me in the gut. We are going to have to find out If I was on there too, past life question, next life, there you go. Yeah, because Czar has a very interesting theory about what may have actually happened to some. There may not have been as many deaths as they say. Not to say people weren't actually in the water, but there may have been a little bit of divine intervention going on in the water with that one. Is that the Queen of Cups? I think we had. Yeah. Now we got the Ten of Cups. Yeah, look, and it's almost like rescue. Look at that. It's almost like rescue going on. Look, yeah, because on the back, it's like almost like Titanic out in the water, and there was some rescue happening. I think you're right, Lunar. Yeah, that would explain why they dismembered the Olympic, aka actually the Titanic, and then the Olympic is what sank. I think insurance money may have also been a thing. I mean, yeah, because we got the victory card facing me here, but it's the back end of it. It's like, what? Yeah, it may have looked like these people got what they wanted with the sinking of this, but like it was a whole back end deal that, we're seeing another vantage point of it, or will someday. But at least in this reading, we're seeing another vantage point of it. It doesn't look so bright and shiny because we see now all the blood that's hidden. All the blood on their hands, it's hidden. But it's not as much blood as they hoped because some people were saved. I don't know if there is some sort of inner earth portal or, I know there's many vortex points and ley lines and just all sorts of things, but to me this feels like Lunar had pointed out, like mermaid energy was involved in helping. And I'm just seeing like inner earth beings as well. And I don't know, just my human brain's like, well, how can inner earth open on the floor of the ocean and the ocean just doesn't pour in? Like, how is that possible? But there's got to be some sort of physics involved to, how you can submerge a submarine without all the water getting in. Like, there's got to be some physics to it, or portals or something. I wonder if you were part of Amanda and my family, Lori. Let's just ask. We're here, right? Let's just see. A real good card to get with this would be like the Empress, would be the Six of Cups, really any Cups card. The Emperor as a father, if you were a father. Ooh. Chariot. Well, that's something on the move. That's a vehicle on the move. That's the ship. You were on the ship. I don't think, though, that you were in our family. I have chills. Lori, you were on that ship. Oh my God. It's like a big Titanic reunion up in here. Oh, wow. Wow. I think, Lori, wow. You were someone very powerful, but like not one of those bad guys behind the scenes, but like someone on the ship that actually saved a lot of lives. You were a man on that ship, and you actually lost your life saving others, helping others, navigating others to the lifeboats and helping. Oh my gosh, Lori. Wow. Yeah, it feels very Atlantis, and now I got chills again. Look at this, guys. Oh my God. Yes. And we're all having like body reactions to this. So it's like we're reuniting again. Because that's the thing with soul family. We go lifetime after lifetime, even if we're not like in each other's families, we're in each other's lives, even if it's just for a moment, even if it's just for a passage on the Titanic for a few days. Like, yeah, you can see those chills. They're still there too. They're not going anywhere. Look at that. They're not going anywhere. Yeah. All right, let's see if Ethan was there. Anyone else that's here that wants to know if they were there, we can confirm or deny if you were there. Let's see. Ethan. Ooh. Yeah, you were a male. You were there. Yeah. I don't think you died, though. I see you as a younger male, maybe 13 or 14. 15, younger male. But you did survive. There was a man I connected to on board, someone that worked on Titanic. I just gave, yeah, to me, this feels like a younger male, but like someone working, like I'm on the job. And Lori does feel like someone who was working as well. Very interesting. Oh my gosh, what are we doing? Alyssa wants to know if she was there. Let's see. All right. Oh my gosh. How is this even possible? Yeah. You like stayed to the last moment, and you were also someone who worked, or at the very least, if you were a passenger, Alyssa, you were somebody who worked. Um, oh my gosh, they're showing me like helping people, like kind of keeping the mood light, helping others. Um, yeah, it almost reminds me of like the people playing the violins, like even though they knew they were going to die, like, okay, let's just entertain these people. It's a pleasure to play with you tonight kind of vibe. And I don't know if that actually happened or if that's just part of the movie, but you're someone who you kept things light. You tried to keep people in positivity. You didn't give up, and you went to the very last moment. Wow. Wow. Dawn wants to know. Okay, Dawn. So I think you were actually in spirit during that lifetime, but you may have actually helped these people. Okay, no, you weren't in spirit. They're showing me like another dimension, like a higher dimension, more spiritually awakened than the humans on the ship. Um, wow. Yeah, and Six of Cups. Look at this. Someone is in the water and someone is on the land gonna help them. But I'm actually really reading this as mermaid energy, or um, someone who, I mean, she doesn't look sad to be in the water. It's like her home. Like she's home in the water. So I think you either were like a mer person, or like inner earth, whatever resonates, because not everybody, can wrap their head around the fact that there is such things as mermaids. But you were at the very least like spiritually involved with this. So your energy, it's interesting. I have a feeling everybody who's asking these questions, we'll ask yours too, Susan. Everybody who's asking these has always had a weird or kind of an obsession or like a fascination with Titanic. Let me know if you haven't, but I get that vibe from all of you. And there's a reason you're here tonight. I mean, why else would you be here at 10:15 p.m. Mountain Time listening to this? Your power went out. This is wild. Oh my gosh. Let's ask for Susan and then Pika Lee. All right. Was Susan there? Was Susan there, please, Spirit? Titanic. You were in spirit, and this is a spirit guide. I always assume spirit to be the Temperance card. You were in spirit actually helping. You were involved. You had a vested interest because I think someone in your soul family was actually on that ship. Yeah, you were in spirit. But look, you're helping those, probably lending your energy to those, helping those that are in the water to get to inner earth, or whatever it is that happened. You were definitely a musician in that life. I had the musician message given to me for you before Amanda said that, and then my eardrum almost blew with ringing when she said, yeah, like it's a pleasure to play with you all tonight. I love that. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we stayed. No wonder you hate ships in the ocean. Yeah. All right, let's ask for Pika Lee. Pika Lee. Was Pika Lee? Wow. So you are Four of Pentacles here. This is someone who was an elderly man. I think this is someone who lost a lot of money, a lot of goods on there, but you probably also lost your life. Yeah, but you were someone of affluence. You were someone, of privilege in the day. But yeah, you, Pika Lee, you were involved. Every one of us was there. Oh my gosh. How is that even possible? Like, how many passengers were there total? Like 2,000 something? But like, so many of us that are here were ones that either passed away or made it into the water, and then who knows what happened from there. Maybe we were taken to inner earth. I don't know. But not many of us. I think it was Ethan. Did we talk about that? Yeah, Ethan was the only survivor that was a human involved, that was like a documented survivor. Everybody else was either maybe did pass, or were rescued or saved or helped into inner earth or something, or was spiritually involved. How interesting. Did I miss anyone that wanted me to pull a card on that? They did play as it was going down. There's even a specific song they played, Nearer My God to Thee, I believe it was called. Oh, wow. I hate cold water too. Like I see, her name is Yona Yinton, but it's spelled with J, but the J's are silent. She's from Sweden. She's a YouTuber, but she will literally go and dig ice, like this thick of ice on the lake by where she lives, and get in the bath, like to take a bath in the dead of winter in Sweden. Like, that girl's got some cojones. I could never. I hate being cold. Like, and I live in Montana, which is like cold all the time. But like, I don't do well with cold water. Like, I try to do that Wim Hof like cold shower thing, and I'm like, nope, can't do it. I just can't. Like, there's like a physical aversion to being cold. I can't. I don't know why. Maybe now I know why. Let's see. I hate cold water. Yeah, me too. Let's see if your son was there. Okay. All right. Wow. Your son was a female on that ship. A mother. A very young mother. Probably an 18, 19-year-old mother. I see him as surviving, though. He survived. They're showing me he actually died in his 40s. Alcohol, like drinking, like alcohol poisoning in that life, but survived the Titanic. Yeah, very young mother, had a baby. They survived though. Maybe 2 children. No, they erased one of them. One was born afterwards. Okay. Wow. I don't know that you guys knew each other though on there. I don't. Interesting. Wow. Interesting times. I love this. Well, yeah, we're definitely going to dive into this more on Patreon. Probably maybe December, maybe January's monthly conspiracy or mystery, hidden mystery reading. And those readings usually go for about 2 hours. Like, we dive in, no pun intended, with the Titanic stuff. Oh, look, and he's in the water. I'm like, we dive in. Yeah, lots of confusion. Lots of confusion surrounding the actual events of that night, the reasons behind them. Was it an accident? Was it not? Like, there's a lot for us to really dive into, and I think we're going to do it. No, I don't think. We're going to do it. Yes. Kurt's like, I want to be there. Kurt Cobain coming in hot. I don't know if he was there. Let's ask. Was Kurt on the Titanic? 6 of Wands. So he's showing victory. I'm really seeing this as spirit, though. I think he was spiritually involved, helping. Yeah, I don't think he was physically on the Titanic, but interesting. Because he actually has ancestors from Ireland. He was really drawn to Ireland. He had mentioned in an interview how he wanted to actually spend some time in Ireland and, see the places where his ancestors were from. At least on his father's side, I know he had Irish roots. But yeah, interesting. Ooh, we got the moon. Got chills right before the moon came out, too. So, yeah, maybe some illusions are being, because look, in that light, you can't see the face, but then you tilt it. There's a face in that moon. Can you confirm or deny that I had 2 or more lives going on at once during Titanic? I feel my energy split between. I think so. I'm really feeling that. And I felt the same thing for me as well, because I actually died. I had a parallel life. I was a miner, that mining life. I died in 1917 as a 23-year-old man. So I had 2 lives going. Yeah. So let's see for Lunar if she had more than 1 life during Titanic. Energy was split between 2 bodies. Yeah. You were someone like very religious person. I see a male, like an older male, in your 40s around the same time. But you had a daughter that was someone very intuitive, very tuned in, that actually helped you see through some of your. And it's interesting because you're kind of seeing this play out in your life. I mean, obviously you were the tuned in one. It's like you were playing both of these roles in this life. Very Christian, but then like saw the more spiritual light. but in this life you were like a man of the cloth, or just like I'm not seeing like Catholic. I'm seeing more like that's showing me like Baptist. But this was actually in Germany, or no, Poland? Austria. Okay, Austria. Interesting. But this was, you actually died in 1920 in that life. So you were older in your 70s when you died. So yeah, you didn't last much past 1912 in those kind of split incarnations, but your daughter actually helped you awaken to the fact that a lot of the religion was meant to control rather than help, help us with our spiritual growth. Rather, it would kind of hinder it. Interesting. Yeah, that face in the moon, isn't that cool? Oh, your ears always perk up when I hear Kurt Cobain's name, because my grandson's name. Yes, that's right. I love that name. Yeah, I love Kurt so much that he insisted he had to be in the books. Well, it was a trilogy. Now it's like a 4-part series with 2 companion novels. He plays a major role in the book, but after he has passed away. So like it's a whole thing. I need to get back to my writing. I'm so excited about it, but like I need to get back to it. Such good stuff. And I have his blessing. That's the good thing, because like he can come through. Like he's the one that's like, you're writing those books that you started writing in 2005. And I'm like, no, I'm not. A good one. And he's like, no, really, you are though. I'm like, oh God. That means I got a lot of work to do. Oh, your grandmother's mom was from Austria and I was raised Baptist. Mind blown. Yeah, I knew you were playing similar themes in this life because you wanted to explore more of it as that older man, but time was running out. Your body was shutting down and you had to, I think you've had incarnations since then, maybe even on other planets and other places, but like you wanted to play out some roles from, they're showing me like 20 lives. Like you took the best of like 20 lives, like major themes, and you're like, let's do it all as Lunar. Let's do it all. Yeah, Pop will pay for your, aw. You're so sweet. Yeah, I get this like buildup of phlegm in my throat. I know, TMI, but when you're the one having to carry the conversation for 3 hours, 20 minutes, and 51 seconds straight, it happens. I do too, Lunar, right? I think you're right. Yeah. I think we need to get serious on those Sundays and give ourselves 20 minutes. We'll set a timer. We'll give ourselves 20 minutes to talk and catch up like face to face, rather than 6 hours where we're just talking and never getting to the writing. Talk face to face on Zoom and then get diving into what we need to do. And then we can start hosting, I don't know if you want to spill the beans on this, but hosting like productivity sprints, because not everybody wants to write with us, but maybe someone wants to crochet with us or do homework with us, like productivity sprints where, okay, for the next 20 minutes, we're all going to work on whatever we're working on. Maybe you're learning tarot cards. Maybe you're just reading a book, but you just want the company of other people, like live. So I thought that would be fun. And she thought that would be fun. And we kind of collabed together to figure it out. Oh, you're glad to be back without... Yeah, I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, YouTube has been weird, especially on my main channel. Like they're deleting people's comments like within minutes of them posting them. Like someone had written in a comment that, yeah, I'm working on my book, and then the comment was deleted, and they're like, my comment was deleted, but like I understand. And I'm like, I swear I did not delete your comment. Like I would never. You were not being mean and disrespectful, so I would never delete your comment. Yeah, YouTube's doing that. But the poor person probably was like, oh wow, she doesn't like me. Okay, I'm out of here. But then they're unsubscribing people. I had a couple people email me that's like, I don't know, are you taking me off your channel? Like I don't think they understood that YouTube just unsubscribes people randomly. I've been having major problems with that. Yeah, YouTube is haunted, I think. Yes, spill the beans, we're making those happen. Yes. Yeah, I do a collective reading at the beginning of all these live streams, Alyssa. So if you want to scroll all the way back, or when I go off the live here, which I'm gonna do here in a minute or two, you can go to the beginning of this live stream. I kind of talk and catch up. My dog died, so I'm talking about that. But then I get into I think it's after the 13, maybe 19-minute mark. I get to the collective reading if you want to go watch that. Yeah, we got a lot of good info today. Yes, I love you all. I hope you have all have a wonderful rest of your evening, day, afternoon, whatever time it is where you're at. But I should probably go to bed. And it's 3:23:33 on my clock. So yeah, I think it's time. Yeah, YouTube isn't a censoring binge. And I've been very careful with like words that I say. But they still find me. They still catch me, and then they still kind of shadow ban me. Like they'll send notifications to certain people, but not certain others. I think they kind of understand like the regulars, and they're like, oh, well, we better send this to the regulars because they're going to check anyway. So we might as well throw them a bone. But those people that maybe watch maybe 1 in every 5 pick of cards, or maybe they only watch the intuitive exercises or whatever, maybe we just won't let them know that she's got this other content going live all the time or whatever. I don't know. But I think there is an element of spirit being involved too, so I'm not like worried about it. But I think if my pick of cards or whatever I'm offering is important enough, people would remember that. And if they're not seeing it after a while, they might be like, oh, I wonder whatever happened to her. She hasn't uploaded in a long time. And then they go to my page and be like, oh, she's been uploading this whole time. I'm just unsubscribed. Okay, resubscribe. I think, the people that are meant to be here, they can't keep them away because they'll find their way back, whatever that means. So if you're here, guess you're meant to be here. And I take it. I love it. But yeah, that's why I'm kind of branching out a little on Patreon, and yeah, just not putting all my eggs in the YouTube basket. And eventually next year, I'm doing something. It's still kind of under wraps a little bit about it, but basically some healing stuff that I'm doing with my own life that I'm gonna then be able to offer other people. And just having to get my website going, and writing is definitely on my list as well. Oh, there was a period where you were unsubscribed. I forgot to mention it. Yeah, which is interesting. Yeah, it's like, come on, YouTube. Don't you know we'll find our way back? If we're meant to be here, we'll be here. Amanda, I'm really proud of you. You are doing awesome considering what you just went through. You are right. I have never been deleted from your channel, but I have been from others. Yeah, I get deleted from people's channel all the time. And I'm like, well, I like their content. Even people I watch all the time. And someone, who was it recently? She used to be Earth to Anza. I think she's now like 8th House Studio or something. I don't remember her newest name. She's changed her name a few times. But I'm like, I haven't seen her stuff in a few weeks, and she had been uploading pretty regularly, and I went and I was unsubscribed. I'm like, I didn't do that. That chunk where I pulled away from all social media this year came back, and I was unsubscribed, and I'm a moderator. Interesting, right? It's like they would think that you would realize that, but yeah. Who knows? But I'm rambling at this point, so I'm going to let you all go to bed, go treat yourself, go take care of yourselves, have a beautiful day. Yeah, I'm very up and down with the emotions with my dog, but today I was good. I didn't even tear up at all, which is like gold star for me. Judy already sent me a gold star, so I feel really, really good. And I'm looking at this gold star here as the King of Pentacles, or no, Night of Pentacles. Yeah, so it's a whole thing, just healing and grieving and all the things, but I'm getting through it. It wasn't, I thought I'd be way more of an emotional wreck than I have been, but like there are times, like just throughout the day, so much of my day was spent trying to offer her food like 20, 30 times a day because she just wasn't really eating these last 6 months unless I pretty much beg her to eat. So anytime I would finish anything and I had something left on my plate, I'm directly gonna go feed it to Judy because she would eat a lot of what we eat. And at the end, I'm like, I don't care what you eat, as long as it's not poisonous or toxic to a dog. If you'll eat it, I'll give it to you. Like I just will give you whatever to sustain you and keep you going. But like I'll finish. Like the thing was, I make homemade hash browns in the morning, and she was kind of hit and miss, especially toward the end. Like some days she would eat some of them, some days she wouldn't. But I'd always like once I start getting full, I'm like, okay, those are for Judy. And I did that today, and I'm like, oh no, Judy's not here. Like, and we don't want to feed that stuff to Walter because he's already really overweight. So like, I'm like, oh man, it's wasted food for the first time in a very long time around here. But yeah, just really remembering the good times. Like that's mostly what I've been focused on. But like, I think it's helped that I have changed my lock screen. Oh, it's on do not disturb because I'm supposed to be in bed right now. But um I don't know. Let's see if I do this. Probably gonna be lots of notifications, but like, well, you can kind of see behind the lock screen, maybe not. You can kind of see the outline of a dog. I'll just show you what it looks like because it's not gonna let you see it because I'm supposed to be in bed right now. I took a picture of. I keep seeing the time, but I got this picture as my lock screen. So like every time I open it, it's like a dose of that Judy smile because like this is how we remember her. Just her smile, just ready to engage with you and just be part of your life. And I'll always remember that beautiful Judith. And then I actually took these pictures to send to Czar a while back, but let me go find it. My newest Moldavite I actually got toward the end of October, I believe. Yeah. October 30th, I took these pictures. Getting my bra to get it, but that's my Moldavite on Judy's nose. And the reason that's on her, let me go back over here. Yeah, and that's just her in the background with my Moldavite. And the reason I got this is I'm just browsing for my next Moldavite on the Inner Vision crystals, and I saw this mountain, but that looks like a dog head up here, right? Like the ear and then the snout right about here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I could see it. But to me, it's like a mountain and then there's Judy. So I named this one Judy Mountain. And because I knew, I probably didn't have a lot of time left with her as of October 30th. I knew I had to get a picture of her with Judy Mountain. But this is just, the way I connect to her. Just can feel her love because literally has touched her. And Judy Mountain, yeah. Love that. Beautiful Judith. Oh, I miss her. But yeah. And there it is with her name tag. But yeah, she was a beautiful dog. But, to go from, wait, let's go this way. From that beautiful 7-month-old smiling pup to that almost 17-year-old smiling-ish pup. I love it. Yeah, I can't buy Moldavite or even Libyan desert glass without a face or some sort of profile or silhouette or outline or something that I can anthropomorphize. Because even this Moldavite is like a Bigfoot footprint. I call it Jocko because of the movie Harry and the Hendersons. There's a guy named Jacques Lafleur who is the bad guy, but like he redeems himself at the end. And the one guy calls him Jocko, so I call this big Moldavite Jocko. And then this to me reminds me of like Syrian beings. This is Libyan desert glass, but it's like got the cone head and like maybe the mouth area, kind of like of a Syrian being. I don't know. I'm just weird like that. I just love giving everything a name. And what do I got over here? I got it for days. And then this is Barry. Why are we doing show and tell? I should be in bed right now. But okay, if you look, this is the Moldavite I actually won from Kristen Noel. But if you look at the outline, it's like a gummy bear. Let me move my finger over a little bit. Okay, so here's his ear, his eye, his nose, his mouth, his little hand, and his foot. I don't know if is it just me? You can really see it that way, I think. Like a profile of a gummy bear. So I named him Barry. And he helps me with my business stuff and just stuff with work and yeah. What else? What else do I got? Oh, this one, he doesn't have a name yet, but he kind of almost looks like a bear too. Like an ear and a nose, kind of. But I got this one actually from, what's his name? Oh my gosh, Nathan Lindsay from Gosh, why am I vibes and frequencies? Yeah, he was gonna be on my channel, but like he totally shifted the way that he does things now. So I don't know if he's gonna ever want to collab. I don't know. But yeah, I got this. This actually was part of this is just a black tektite. But this was part of a UFO experience he had. He did a 24-hour meditation with a huge bucket of crystals, and that him and his friend that were meditating had a UFO experience in Sedona, and this was actually part of that, or it's what he said with that. But pretty cool. And then I got a phenakite. This doesn't actually have any face that I've determined, but yeah. And then this is my hedgehog guy. I call him hedgehog because he kind of looks like a porcupine or a hedgehog. Ooh, as I bust my computer. But yeah, here's his foot, here's his nose, here's all his spikies. Like a porcupine or a hedgehog, one of the two. To me, is almost like a mix between the two. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, this is a prophecy stone. So it's like hematite and limonite, something like that. All my other good face ones are in the room. Yeah, I don't think I have my. Yeah, and I don't name all my crystals, but like you usually name everything too, but haven't named my crystals. Yeah, I didn't name this guy either, but like I just think of Sirius. And this is Libyan Desert Glass, which is very tied with starseed energy anyway. But yeah, but people even speculate that this is part of the firmament above the planet, just brought back down to Earth. Because there's no impact site where this is. There's no impact. There's no proof of how it even got there or where it came from. It literally just fell from the sky, but it's not a meteorite or a tektite like, this black tektite. You can't see through that. It's so thick and solid. But like, moldavite, you can see through it. It's a glass. You can kind of see through it depending on thickness, right? But Libyan Desert Glass is kind of a pale yellow colored glass. Yeah, it does feel very Lyran. Also very Syrian to me, but yeah, Libyan Desert Glass is very, very Lyra energy. Yeah, I can feel that. And it's got all these little sand inclusions. You could really just look at this and meditate and see something new every time. Yeah. I got three Libyan Desert Glasses, but like just looking at the other two, I wished I'd have brought them in here. These are the only ones I had in my bra tonight, so that's why we're doing show and tell. But yeah, I think I should go. I love you guys. I could just hang out here all night and talk shop and Titanic and crystals and whatever else. We could just find any topic and just talk forever. And Beauty Judy. Yes, Lori bought a cute little crystal. She sent me a picture, so I can show you guys and then we'll go. It reminds me a lot of Judy. Yeah, like here's my Judith. Or she had lots of nicknames. Side Boob, which I kind of explained at the beginning. We call her Doll Hair because we call her Hootie, and then Hootie Doll, and then Hootie Dollar, and then Hootie Doll Hair. Things evolve. Like it's a thing. When you got pets, you just start calling them all sorts of different names, and before you know it, you're like, how do we even get to this weird name? Let me go to Lori's text. Okay. There it is. Beauty Judy. Isn't that cute? It's like a little begging, like Lady and the Tramp dog. Oh, so cute. I love it. But yes, I'm gonna go. You guys go take care of yourselves, treat yourselves, go to sleep, do whatever you need to do. But I love you, and I will be back Saturday. I might go live a little earlier. I'm not sure. I'm playing it all by ear, like I said. Who knows? I may not even be live Saturday. I might be just crying my head off. I don't know. But at the same time, I think I'll be okay. So I'll probably be back Saturday. But either way, Steph Freeman, I have you on my holdover list. So when I go next, we're there. You're there. You're starting us out. Oh my God, Lori, I was just wishing there was a stone named Fred. You're reading my mind. Yeah, she told me she was going to name it. She told me that's what her moldavite was named, as Fred. He's a feather. It's a feather. It's really beautiful. Oh, you love listening in on my readings. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that. I hope you're holding up well. You've been through a lot, Dawn. Yes, you have. Many of us have been through some stuff, but Dawn, man, my heart still goes out to you. Yes, I will take time for me. I definitely will, Lori. I love you too. I love all of you. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you next time. But if you're bored and want something to do, you can go to my main channel, which is the first thing linked in the description below. I've got hundreds of pick a cards on pretty much every topic imaginable over there. And I've got like a 30 video playlist of intuition tests or intuitive exercises that you can check out if you want to test your intuition and just play around with that. And then let's see, I haven't even filmed the next pick a card yet because I've really slowed down on that. But the next one is going to be what to expect for 2022. So I'm really excited about that one. And then I have an angel pick a card reading coming up as well. What else? Oh, what transformations are taking place in your life? Pick a card coming up as well. On Patreon exclusive, I have Your Spiritual Journey in-depth pick a card coming very soon. Maybe even this Friday if I have time to film it live. I'm going to just do it live. That's what we're going to do. So yeah, I will see you either over on Patreon or my main channel or back here. All the links for all of that, I think, are in the description. If you can't find the Patreon and you want to, it's just search The Done Creative on the Patreon search bar and I will pop right up. Yes. So have a beautiful day, night, and everything. Thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you, and you, all of you, right here back at Done Creative. Also, yes, thank you, Ethan, for reminding me. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you who celebrate. And those who don't, happy Thursday tomorrow. Have a beautiful day, and I will catch y'all later. Love you so much. I could be here forever because you guys just being in the vibe just really brings me alive. Ooh, that rhymed. I love it. I'm going to stop being a poet. I'm going to go to bed. I love you all. Bye.